welcome to the Kingston CISA Open in partnership with Milwaukee here in beautiful Confederation Park. Over the next 3 days, we're going to bring you all kinds of incredible fishing action. We have some of the elite pros from the US, elite pros from Canada. It is going to be an event you don't want to miss. We've been working on this for months. We're finally here. Welcome to the CISA Kingston Open, downtown Confederation Park in partnership with Milwaukee.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That has got to be one of the coolest things ever.
100%. It is pretty cool.
We are back. It has been a very busy morning. For those of you tuning in and you don't know what's going on, what's happening, why are these faces here? Why am I watching this? Welcome to the 2025 CISA Kingston Open in partnership with Milwaukee here in beautiful Kingston, downtown. We're in the we're right at the waterfront, Confederation Park. Our anglers started this morning at 7 o'clock, blast off one flight, blast off two flights, and they've been fishing all day.
They went through the rinse cycle on the way out.
Yeah.
That was the rinse cycle, baby.
We weren't calling for rain.
No.
And the minute it hit 7 o'clock, it downpoured.
It wouldn't be a bass tournament if the weather wasn't against you, right?
Right. So
that's how you know it's going to be a good day.
There's been a lot of fish catching. We're seeing a lot of videos in the background. But before we get to the fish, we do have Ron on the run. And when I say Ron on the run, you're going to see a lot of Ron in jail. He's all over Kingston. So Ron is on the run. We're going to check in with Ron. We're going to check in with some of the boats. We do have a couple camera boats that are currently going out with production cameras. And then we're going to check in with a few of the anglers that are bouncing around. Look at this. Oof. That's incredible. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. There it is. It's coming up on the screen now. Oof. Just a couple guys. I believe this is Mercer. I'm not sure who that is. There's a bit of a glitch in the matrix when it comes to names and boat numbers, but we're going to have that figured out tomorrow. Right now, beside me is not only Mark Hunter and Scotty Martin, but we have the one and only from Eating Wild, Antonio Maleka. How are you?
I'm good, Moose, man. Listen, I'm just, it's a pleasure to be sitting next to you guys, man. It's so surreal for me because usually I'm on the other side of all this. You know what I mean? So sitting here, I got to be honest, my nerves are shot. I'm usually not like this, but yeah, man, it's...
You're doing fine.
I'm happy to be here, man, sitting next to you boys and talking fishing. And this morning was quite the event, man. You know, the rain came down out of nowhere. I wasn't prepared for it. And just to see the whole production and what you guys are doing here, it's unbelievable. And the fact that Eating Wild could be a part of this, it's an absolute pleasure.
Yeah. So, I mean, Eating Wild, if you guys don't know, fill us in. You're a podcast, you're a chef, you're a hunter, you're a fisherman. You're a group of four dudes. You call each other what? The Foreskins?
We're the Foreskins. We've known each other our whole lives. Fishing. The name was given to us. No, we made the name, man. We've been the four of us. We got Dan Hooksett Martins. I got to give you the nicknames too, so just bear with me. We got Hooksett Martins. That's Daniel.
Yeah.
Lewis Top Dog Pereira. He calls himself Top Dog because everything, you know, it's a fishing thing. He's got the Czar Spook going since we were kids. Never seen a guy land fish in white caps on a top water plate. So he's got that nickname, and he deserves it, I'll tell you that much. And Showtime Johnson. Now, here's the thing about Chris Johnson. Having that name, one of the Foreskins named Chris Johnson, that's his real name, you could imagine the DMs that go into his Instagram thinking, is this the real Chris Johnson, who is two-time Angler of the Year?
Right.
No, Chris Showtime Johnson, great friend of ours, shares a name with an absolute legend on the water. But four of us, we grew up fishing together, and we got this passion.
Wait, you missed somebody.
Oh, tell me.
Antonio Smash Maleka.
And I got that. I gave myself that nickname. Nobody gave it to me. I smash fish and cook fish. That's the joke, okay? But I know, you know what? Everyone calls me Smash, and I've had it for almost 20 years now. But the nicknames are great. It's like hockey, man. You know, you got. What is your nickname? What's your hockey name, Moose?
Oh boy.
I mean, it's got to have an R at the end.
Moose is a nickname, but I'll tell you, growing up, I had a couple nicknames, and I'm going to throw one out there. I probably shouldn't, but I know you guys are going to roll with it. Please don't. But growing up, they used to call me Fingers. Oh. I just had big, stubby hands. I was nicknamed Fingers all throughout high school. I don't know. It was Moose or Fingers. And the funny thing is, my cousin made it up, and it's stuck. it just stuck.
It just sticks, man, and that's what happened with us. And people that got to know us actually call us by those names. And it's funny now that we've had the podcast. People, recognize the logo or they'll recognize the faces, and they'll be like, "Hey, Smash, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
Heard the last podcast. How's your frosted tips?"
Yeah.
Can we see that? That is a beautiful.
I don't know if I can show this, but
look
boom, shakalaka. That's it. I don't know if it's embarrassing or if I should be proud of this.
Listen, it was an incredible podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, please visit the website. So Eating Wild on Spotify,
Apple, any major platform you guys listen to podcasts, and we're there. YouTube just recently. People are always asking me to share, recipes, cooking clips of stuff from years. Like I've had stuff from over 15 years ago that I did on camera back in the day with.
Let's talk about that because I find that to be one of the most intriguing parts of the whole brand. You as a brand, your catering company, you had the television show Cooking Fish and Fire, and now you've got this podcast, and now you're sitting amongst legends at the CISA Kingston Open watching legends.
It's crazy, man.
Fish. So I want to know your thoughts on what they're doing, and I want to know your thoughts on how different was it to go from television to podcasting?
It's actually a really big difference, and it's a loaded question, but I love it. It's if you start from the beginning, the Fish and Fire show came through my career, which is cooking in the film industry, and started when I was early 20s. I had a restaurant. My wife and I. Her family owns the Pizzaiolo franchise, which is now pretty big, but back then we were like the third store to open.
Oh wow!
And everyone said to me, being in your early 20s and starting a restaurant is quite gutsy. But
sorry to cut you off.
Cut it off.
I just got this in. So this is Matt and
looks like Matt Robertson and
Jacob Prosnik.
They're flying.
This just in. They're sitting at about 17.5 or 16.5 pounds. That was just relate to me in my ear. So
we also
these guys have
story this morning. They did on the run out.
Have a look at the front of his boat. What is missing?
Yeah, they lost a graph on the way out this morning. Unfortunately, hopefully it wasn't their scoping.
So it looks like they're going for quite the tour. It actually looks like they're on their way back in from wherever they were. If you look on to the right of that, I think that's where we are. That's the mouth of the river up there on the right. I have a feeling that could be it. But these guys they've been doing a lot of running. I've seen them, fish a spot for no more than 10 minutes at a time, and boom, they're off to the next. So interesting to see where they'll end up. Interesting to hear the story about how they lost the graph. But look at Prosnik just bouncing around there.
He's not having a fun time.
Yeah.
No, I would say not. They're going to be hurting today.
So 3 o'clock, we are going to have the weigh-in at 3 o'clock today. It is definitely something that you don't want to miss. All these characters, Canadian and U.S. anglers, will be up on the stage. So make sure you drop into the live on Facebook and on YouTube. It will start at 3 o'clock, and we're going to get to see all the fish, hear all the stories. But speaking of stories, I cut you off.
No,
we were talking.
Man.
We were talking.
We were talking early career. How I got into it. So after the restaurant, I started cooking for in the film and television industry, and it was crazy how it came to me.
Right.
A friend in Hamilton, Ontario, owned a restaurant.
Yeah.
A small little Hallmark film came to town called A Town Christmas Forgot.
Saw it.
Seen it?
Seen them all.
You seen them all?
Oh, geez. That's what I do from November to January is watch Hallmark.
Binge watch Hallmark.
Man, tears are running. Kind of like you at the class.
There we go.
You shed one tear and you show one sign of weakness. That's it. So I might cry after today. Who knows? I'm crying inside right now.
Oh man, watching that boat is making me cry. Actually, I'm glad I'm sitting here. Those guys were bouncing. But yeah. Back to the story. Hallmark film, Town Christmas Forgot. Lauren Hawley. She was famous for, I guess, Dumb and Dumber, and being married to Jim Carrey. I think for a short period of time. And her son Azar was one of the main actors. He's probably all grown up now, and she was a vegan. And my friend was struggling at the restaurant cooking vegan food. Remember, 15 years ago, veganism wasn't really popular as it is now. And I, with my trade and with my skills, they asked me to come and cook for her, just for a couple of days. So I went down. We sold the restaurant. So I was, again, early 20s, went over there, cooked for Lauren and her son. And right away, I was turning heads. People were like, this food's unbelievable. Like, we never knew vegan food can be this good. And it was out of the back of a truck, no kidding. It was, you know, one of those little cube vans that you would rent from Budget with a little makeshift kitchen in it. And after that, the word spread around about myself, and worked on a show called Nikita. And the main actress was Maggie Q.
Yeah, I remember that.
Maggie Q, and she was a vegan. So I was
vegans in
a lot of
vegans,
and I got to cook for her. But after that season, the producer Mark David Alpert, who was part of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, came to me and said, next season, if this gets picked up, I want you to cook for the whole crew. Forget cooking for Maggie, you're cooking for the whole crew, because it was hard to do what I did, but also, you know, the whole crew saw what I was doing. It was like, well, why can't we eat like that? You know, and it's like, not to knock all the caterers in the city. There, you know, it's hard. It's a hard industry to be in. But long story short, that following season came, and I cooked for the whole crew. I did the whole second season of Nikita, 100 people a day. And from that point on, the word spread quite quickly about myself and the services. And to this day, I'm got 20-something trucks, and we're feeding not just Hallmark, but Netflix, Amazon, NBC, Universal. Hooksett Martins is my partner there, so he's been with me since day one, and it's been quite the ride. So it's fun. I get to still cook. I get to, you know, meet tons of people and get some great connections, but, you know, led me to Fish and Fire, one of the producers.
I think the coolest part about all that is a lot of these guys that you're feeding, whether it's cast or crew, are also avid fishermen and hunters.
Huge.
And you told me a story one time, and it kind of blew my mind. And we'll get back to some of this stuff, but who was it that was on the set of that famous show?
That famous
Oh my
show.
goodness! It was on the tip of my tongue. I had this all planned, and I was.
Price is Right.
No,
Are you talking about Kit Harington, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
yes,
buddy.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Huge story with that. I worked on Pompeii, which was a feature film, and this was when Kit Harington was popping.
Yeah.
He's Jon Snow. This guy comes to town. The girls are all lining up to try to get this guy's picture. Paparazzi everywhere.
Yeah,
you know the feeling, right?
You know the feeling. Moose knows the feeling. This is every day, and
my wife is probably like, yep. Love you, baby.
Lies.
Yeah, and you nailed it, man. He just wanted to. I got to know him because I was his personal chef, and, you know, he just said, Antonio, I need to get away from here for the weekend. Where can I go? I got to sneak out of the hotel. Not kidding you, the Four Seasons Hotel downtown. Where can we go? This is me talking to him in his trailer, nobody around, because I brought him his lunch. And I said, you want to go fishing? And he's like, absolutely. Where can we go fishing? I said, well, I'm gonna take you somewhere, and we'll get you away from this whole grind that he's in. And I took him to Lake Nipissing. My good friend Sean DeGagne owns Bear Creek Cottages, and he was the co-host of Fish and Fire.
Yeah.
And I phoned him up. I said, look, I'm coming up with Kit Harington. You got a boat available just for the day or two, nothing crazy. It's got to be very low key. And he's like, absolutely, bring him up. We'll get him on the smallies with a bobber and a worm. Like, literally, like, we're going to make this guy freak out. Just like Moose, right? And a true story, man. And then we took him out, and just to watch that big red and white bobber tennis ball go down, and he's setting a hook on like a 4-pound smallie, and his reel is blowing up, and he had his hood on. He was like this because he didn't want nobody to see him, and like nobody was going to see him out there anyways, but he was instantly hooked.
Yeah.
But the problem was when we got off the water, he asked me to prepare that fish raw. He wanted to eat his smallmouth raw, sashimi style.
Come on.
What? And I'm freaking out because I'm like, you know, first of all, when an actor, you're hired to cook for an actor, no isn't in the vocabulary.
Right.
You do what they ask. And if I don't have it, I go find it. You know what I mean? And I don't care if it's the winter, whatever. There's stories I could tell you of me going through 4 feet of snow trying to get to a Canadian Tire to buy a juicer from Jack LaLanne, and for an actress. And that's a true story. But anyways, long story short, I go to Sean DeGagne. I'm like, Kit asked me to prepare the smallmouth bass sashimi. I said, I don't know. I've never done this before. Like, I've had pike prepared sashimi style.
Pike?
Yeah, people do it. Pike.
Really?
It's very popular now. Like, right now, people are doing pike. Even catfish. Like, there's Listen, like it's come a long way. It's
Interesting.
You know, when it comes to regulations and stuff, you know, IQF is very important when you're eating sashimi, especially if it's not fresh, salmon, tuna. But when we're talking bass, that isn't, first of all, not too many people like consuming bass. You know, it's a huge sport here, and it's one of those things that you just don't do. But he had a really nice, and Sean even said, he's like, we got a couple nice size for eating. And there's nothing wrong with eating bass. It's delicious, but I just don't, you know, promote it, especially being an angler. And I just said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I was scared. Like, I was freaking out because it's
the
like
most popular actors
popular guys that could possibly kill him. And I'm cleaning this fish, and I'm making sure it's clean. And I just said, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna hammer it with some lime juice, some lemon juice.
Was it one of those? Sorry, I'm going to cut you off.
Oh boy,
I don't know if you guys are seeing
is
this.
that a hog? Oh, these guys.
That's
chaos.
another. These guys have been on fish.
Yeah, they're popping
on fish.
Loving it.
Another one. Was it that big?
Maybe not that big. No.
Okay, hold on. What is he?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what he's
Mark's got
using
hawk eyes. He's going to break down some baits for us in a little bit here.
Look at that fish.
Looks like a drop shot.
It was a drop shot, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like a drop shot. Mark is the dinger king. So he knows
Dinger.
He knows a little
Name right there.
dinger.
There he is, Mark the Dinger.
Dinger king. He knows a little bit about drop shots, but when it comes to a dinger, he has his own shirt. He has his. I think he's got it tattooed on his arm as well. It says Dinger King, right? They spelled it wrong the first time, but then they got it right the second time. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, I love it, man. But it definitely wasn't that size, but it was a perfect size to eat, I would say.
Yeah.
And I prepared it with a little bit of soy sauce, lemon, lime juice. And the trick that I was thinking is have you ever heard of something called ceviche before?
I was going to say, is that more like a ceviche?
It's like a ceviche.
Yeah.
So my thought process through this was that he's going to be like, oh, this is nice. It's prepared a little bit different, you know? And I know the acid in that fruit is going to help penetrate and cook that fish. So I had that going through my mind, and a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of ginger, wasabi, and he loved it.
Nice.
He absolutely loved it. The next morning, I knocked on his door, make sure he's all good. How you feeling, buddy? I'm great. Let's go fishing. I'm like, okay. So you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So the career has taken me quite a ride, and still going strong right now. And now the podcast. The podcast has been awesome.
Yeah.
You know, we got the four of us talking hunting, fishing, and it's just blown up in a way that we never thought of. Again, we just started with Fishing Canada with Angelo Viola and Pete Bowman, and those guys were great.
They were with us last year. In
Amazing guys, man.
Absolutely.
And they believed in us and our stories, and we just took it from there. And it's been awesome. And look where I am right now. I would have never thought 2 years ago I'd be sitting amongst you boys here watching these screens and guys pulling up hogs and talking about it. So it's been great. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it's an incredible story, and there's so much more that goes along with it. You're going to be here with us all weekend long. We're going to keep hammering these stories out, because I think that the most important part about, you know, some of these lives that we do is not just the fishing, but it's also the stories about the people that are sitting in the background that are on shore. So we're going to visit with some of the vendors. We're going to visit with some of the locals. We're going to get some of the anglers on here on Sunday. Some of the guys that didn't make it, we're going to get them on here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking at what you guys are seeing, Scotty, I know you're still thinking about food and cooking. Because, like you, I'm thinking,
absolutely.
How's he going to prepare my walleye?
Absolutely. Just don't ask for it raw.
What are you seeing? What are you thinking? Oh, actually, yeah, let me know what you're thinking, and then we're going to probably go and cut to Ron. I believe Ron's in trouble. I think Ron's in trouble. So, Scotty, what do you think?
I'm actually more fixated on Ron to see if they're actually going to like put him in handcuffs or pin him to the ground, or if that
Put him in
flag
the
is
cannon.
You know what?
Cannon, shoot him across the harbor.
I don't know if he's in jail or at Fort Henry, but
looks like Fort Henry.
Ron, what's going on over there, Ronnie boy?
Here we go. Ready? Tell me when you're rolling.
You're good, Ron.
Okay, guys, we just got to Fort Henry. I'll tell you what, our day's just starting, just like this flag. Every 10 after 10 every day they raise the flag, and this is how they get their day going. We're getting our day going right here in Kingston. I'm excited, guys. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do here. We're going to travel all over the place. We'll be back for the weigh-in to see the fish. Anybody can come fishing here. The fishing's incredible. But this place, we're going to talk to Jordan. We're going to do a tour. It is going to be fun, and you never know where we're going to end up next. I'll tell you, guys, it's a lot of fun here. So hang around. Moose, You'd love this place. I'm telling you, dude, it's nice. It's a nice place. We'll hook up with Jordan in just a minute. Okay, guys, we just hooked up with Captain Jordan. What a place. I mean, this is unbelievable. Now, I understand that you guys obviously offer tours. Tell me about a little bit about your tour.
Well, to put it into perspective, so when you come to Fort Henry, the general tour, as was just described, is essentially going through the majority of Fort Henry from the perspective of someone going through both the defenses of Fort Henry, how the site operated at the time, what was the daily going on here, so what did the daily lives of the soldiers and their families look like here, because it wasn't just soldiers who lived here in garrison. All the wives and children would have lived on site. There were civilians here doing various different tasks, such as baking. There were stonemasons who would be here year-round, fixing and repairing the stone and mortar work to make sure this fort stands.
So let me ask you this: when we first got here, you had students doing it. Now, is that a job?
Yes. So
well, let's get a job doing that.
So most of all the marchers you'll see here, be it musicians, riflemen, artillerymen, even our standard guides, they all start this job as a summer job. So they're students from post-secondary, be it colleges or universities throughout Canada, mostly Ontario, but there's been some exceptions every now and then. And every summer, they learn everything they need to know how to both interpret a soldier or historic civilian in the 19th century, and then also, when applicable, do all the drill associated with that role.
That was, they're incredible. Just to watch them go through that. But I want to talk about how do you find your place? Are you online? You can go online. And how many tours do you have a day?
So tours per day, there is, for the English guided tours, starting at 10 o'clock, they go out every 30 minutes and they're 50 minutes in length. There are 4 French tours a day. The first one starting at 10:15, and the last one is at 3:45. Where you can find us online, if you look up forthenry.on.ca, our website should come up first. But if you also look up the St. Lawrence Parks Commission, which is the site that manages Fort Henry, our name will also come up there as a specific page as well. And from there, you can find all of our daily programming as well, because it's not just tours we offer. For example, we do rifle firing demonstrations, music demonstrations, talking about the history of music in the Army, what its role was.
And you can find all that on the website.
You can find all that online, as well as the timings for those.
You know what? There you go, guys. When you're in Kingston, you have to come to Fort Henry. It is absolutely phenomenal, historical, and it is a good time. I mean, you should see it here. It'll blow your mind, guys. Moose, get off your seat and get down here, buddy, because it's crazy. I don't know. They might lock you up. I don't know about that, but you never know where we're going to end up. Ron's on the run here, so we're tripping around Kingston. So hang with us, guys.
Thanks, Ronnie boy. Why is it always Moose getting locked up? I have that look? You know what I mean? Why isn't Antonio getting locked up?
You wear it well, Moose. You wear it well.
Right? Listen, Ron, we're going to get back to you because I know where you're going next, but you have some fun facts about the fort.
I do.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Ball of knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, the human encyclopedia, Mark Hunter.
It just so happens on November 10th, 1812, there was a battle at Kingston Harbor, which is just out front here. It was a naval battle. It never did make land. And it was the British forces against the American forces with some land troops from Fort Henry. And it was the only time that those cannons at Fort Henry were ever fired. And by the way, Canada won that war.
Oh, wow.
Just saying.
Now, let me ask you, did you look that up or did you know that?
No, I've been there. I looked it up. I Googled it.
Right after this, he's taking tours around Henry yet.
Oh, my.
We got a fish on.
I want those pants. I want to wear those pants.
Hey, man. Speaking of taking notes and...
Here we go. This looks like Travis and Warren again.
Travis and Warren, yeah.
Nice fish.
So... all these guys have been on fish all day. It's going to be really interesting to see how close the weights are going to be. And I know I've asked this question before.
There you go. in the net.
Your prediction on, not big fish, your prediction on the biggest bag of the day, and how close do you think the bags are going to be? Scotty, let's start with you.
Well, as I said, we started it this morning talking about the Dirty 30 and if we would possibly see one this weekend. And Mark, he thinks like I do. I do believe there's going to be an angler that's going to pull one of those bags and bring it to the scale. But I'll tell you, the quality of fishing that they have out here in the St. Lawrence and, of course, Lake Ontario, you expect big fish. To see a 6 and maybe even a 7 or 8 pounder come to the stage, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
So,
it looks like Travis is on, too. So they've got one going in the well, and they've got another one hooked up.
Okay, so one of the rules that we spoke about at the look at that guy. That's a chunky one.
That's scary. Depending on if I don't think they got nothing with a treble hook there, but that's scary with a treble. But it looks like
boy.
That's a good one there. Well done,
There's
guys.
a net, man.
Oh boy.
Well done.
Don't get a hook in the hand.
That looks a little bit bigger than the one that
It
Warren.
does look
Decent fish.
Got a good belly on.
I'm trying to see the bait here. I'm not seeing it.
It looks like a dice. It is a dice.
Is it a dice?
It is a dice, yes.
It is dice.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your opinion on this. So this bait sort of comes up out of the blue.
Right.
Right? But if we go back to the first classic we attended, first one, there was a bait company out of the U.S. that used to make something similar, but it was a craw, and it had multiple strands coming. I don't remember the name of the company.
Was it Rabid?
I don't remember. Maybe.
I know what you're talking about, Moose, though. Yeah.
But so they had a craw, and they had another creature style body bait. Well, it was very similar to a craw or a dice, but it wasn't square.
Oh.
Yeah, here we go. Now we're talking.
Fish are
boys.
jumping, boys.
Now we're talking.
That's good. That's good.
So it looks like it could be a bit chilly out there. Everybody's still got their rain suits on.
But if you look at the waves, it's not that bad. It's just perfect conditions.
It's a long fish.
I was just going to say the same thing. That's a very long fish.
Okay. Oh boy,
Mark, in your best guesstimation, what do you think? That's 3-4 pounds.
That's Joe.
I am terrible with smallmouth.
That's Joe Ford and Brent Valaire.
Oh,
right
it is.
there.
It is.
Joe Ford and Brent Valaire. We crack jokes all the time. We're like, you guys aren't catching anything today.
Oh, they got
I see
2 at least in the live well.
Oh, attaboy, Brent.
On the other one, so we can see how many fish you got.
Ford tough.
Right?
Attaboy. So yeah, Joe and I was talking to Joe and Brent actually last night before they went to bed.
Oh, here we go again. Look at this.
So this is Robertson and Prosnik are also on the fish. -1 scale or one graph.
Yeah. Now this is the team that I talked about regarding largemouth. That they said that they were going to target some largemouth at some point during the day. Matt said he found an area that he was pretty excited about, but I don't know if they've been there or.
Typically on this water, are the largemouth as big, or are they bigger than the smallies? Or
no, I don't think you're going to win with largemouth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. That fish looks small, but it's actually pretty big.
He's got the same problem I do.
Attaboy. Don't hook yourself. If he throws that back, I'll be impressed. Nope. She's going in the well.
Yeah, perfect.
So, okay, so let's talk about this. So there's a couple things we have on the go. We were just talking about weight. So you gave us your prediction. Antonio, I want your prediction as well. And then I'm going to fill you guys in as the viewers, everybody that's watching online. Again, it may sound like I'm being repetitive, but please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, because we're always, geez, here's another one.
There's Mercer and Jack.
Yeah. Right on. Another one. So these boys are catching. So like I was saying, we have an online giveaway. And one of the online giveaways is going to be the big bag prediction. So the biggest bag of the event. So if you're watching this live and you're commenting, I'm telling you right now, you throw in your big bag prediction, there is a $250 prize pack up for grabs. So $250 prize pack up for grabs. All you got to do is type in your prediction for the overall big bag of the event of the weekend. So, Antonio, your prediction for the overall big bag.
Man, that's a tough one to ask. I'm after listening to what Scotty was saying, I'm going to go, I'm going to say 27 and a half.
27 and a half. That's modest. I think you're close. Mark?
I am going to go 30 and 8 ounces.
Wow.
Just over 30, because I think we're going to see a 30. So
30.
yeah.
Can I take
think
mine
we are.
back, Moose, and say Can I say $1?
$1.
Can I say $1?
$1, Bob.
So I don't know if you guys noticed there when Andrew opened the live well there, you could see cut up pool noodles. And the idea of that is to, when they're doing these big runs on the water like this, it just helps control when they're running, those fish are not banging up against the lid and the latch of the lid. So it protects the fish a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So as far as fish protection goes on any body of water, but mostly this one, what do you usually do, and what do people recommend, and how and why does it help?
What do I do to protect fish? You got to catch them first, man. You know what? I don't do like really big bodies of water like this. I just do basically club stuff. Yeah. You know, just more for the camaraderie than the prizes. Right. And it's smaller bodies of water. I do have noodles in the boat in case I need them, but I don't think I've ever used them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about ice and G-juice and fin
ice
clips
is a sticky situation. You know, it matters who you ask. Some people are against it. Some people are for it. I will carry ice, but it's more to keep the monsters cold.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with fish dye or anything like that. Just keep that aerator going when you're running. Put it in circ. Just keep it going, and I've never had a problem.
I hear you. Boys, what about you? Fin clips, G-juice.
G-juice is something that has certainly taken my interest. I mean, like you have a story about a perch that unfortunately was in your live well for a lot longer than you expected.
Yep.
And surprisingly was still alive with that wonderful stuff. So I can't say enough about G-juice, but yeah, I'm glad you pointed out the pool noodles, because, you know, when you see chop like this, like those fish do get bounced around, but as long as your live well's full, you separate, you know, your cubes of ice from your fish, so you have like frozen water bottles or whatever, so you get that constant cooling of the water, but it's not bouncing around and melting and becoming part of the fish. So if you could separate that in your live well and then add the pool noodles for a little bit of
that's a good point that you brought in there, that because with ice cubes, you never know what kind of water you're getting, right? So once that water melts and it's in your live well, you don't know what you're giving to that fish. So something sealed like a bottle of water, it's going to keep that water contained, and you're not going to get the chlorines and all that stuff in those fish. So.
Antonio, you just want to kill it all and eat it all. Do you ever take care of your fish?
Absolutely. Take care of it. You know what? Me and Lou had a disaster one year with a pike tournament.
Yeah.
And it actually made us better, and you learn from your mistakes. And one of the things was it was the water. The water was getting too warm. It was circulating, but you know, then you redo a bit of research, and you learn that, you know, the ice does really help. It was pike, it wasn't bass, but you know, it was rough for us because we ended up we were in second place, to believe it or not. And when we got there, we opened the live well and the fish just weren't doing too well. So ice is probably the thing that I learned that is obviously helps the fish when you're bouncing around, like you boys said. But the G-juice, I've never actually used it, never even been with somebody that's used it before, but I've heard amazing things. So you're learning, like I'm learning listening to you guys talk every day. So
here is something that I think is the most important.
See, we got a fizz going on here. This is really interesting.
So all the anglers in the Grab Bags in the Morning got a fizzing kit. And Mark, do you want to cover why we fizz fish and how we fizz fish?
What happens is they don't necessarily have to be deeper fish. What happens is you bring that fish up. It's barotromic pressure, I believe is the term for it. Kind of like a scuba diver coming up too fast. Well, that's what happens with a bass too. So their swim bladders will blow up, and the problem with that is they don't sit right anymore. They'll go up, they'll float on their side. It's really not healthy for the fish. So I guess Barb from Bassmasters is probably the authority on this. Right. She has her own kits and everything. Yeah. And what you do is
see there the bubbles coming out.
Yeah. It's got to be done underwater. So you put a needle into the swim bladder and actually lets the water out. Good job, guys.
Good job, guys.
That was done pro.
Done very well. Done very well.
Not recommended though if you do not know how to landmark where the needle is supposed to go.
Right.
You can do a lot of damage to these fish. So I think that's Brent. Is that not Brent?
Yeah.
Oh, was it Brent? Yeah.
Yeah. So Brent's done it enough, so he knows. But landmark, it's not something that we suggest unless you truly know what you're doing, because you can actually do more harm than good.
And you know what? We will post the link to that video, because Barb's video is phenomenal. We did tell the anglers to make sure that they had it on their phone. It's very informative. And if you don't know what a fizzing kit looks like, it's just the tip of a needle.
Right.
And, once you know where to put it in and the air is released and the fish is upright, there's no harm to the fish. All is well. Yep. Now, with that being said, what about fin clips? Do fin clips work? Because I'll give you my opinion on this after. But do fin clips work?
I've never used them personally. So I have no knowledge on the fin.
No?
So I really don't.
So we see it a lot in walleye because they have a tendency to want to go belly up. As much as I love them, they're a lot like humans, and they can become a little lazy.
Yeah.
But if you do have a lively walleye in the live well, thrashing around with the fin clips on it, it too can do a lot of damage. So if you're going to use them, I know a lot of guys like to use the metal clip because they hang on a little bit better, but there's also a bad side to that, and that they're going to rip the fins apart. So
Right.
I like the fin clip. I love keeping these fish upright. Just use clips that aren't going to do the kind of damage that.
Well, and you're not keeping it on the whole time. You're
Exactly.
basically assisting the fish in staying upright until it's revived enough to do it on its own, until it's healthy enough to swim on its own. So between G-juice and fin clips are two things that I swear by. I've fizzed a fish before. I don't really need to fizz a lot of fish from where the areas that we fish, but I find that having G-juice and fin clips in the boat help a lot. They really do.
There was also a product out back in the I don't know, there might still be around too, is glory bags.
Oh, yeah.
So you would put, it's kind of like, looks like a pencil case.
What is it called?
Really. A glory bag.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, sorry, go ahead.
So what it basically is it looks like a big pencil case that's made out of mesh, and you put the fish in there. But the problem with that is you can't see that fish. You don't know what that fish is doing. So
it keeps it kind of confined to a smaller
it keeps
space?
it fine, and so.
Interesting.
And I believe they're weighted on the bottom, so it
stays up.
It kind of stays right up. Yeah.
That's cool.
But you don't see it that often.
You don't see them
You
anymore.
don't see it that often anymore.
No.
But it was a big thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is something that I think everybody needs to experience. From this end of the table, looking around the park right now, there's kids playing games, there's vendors selling stuff, and everybody's excited to see the guys. I don't know how many people were like, "Oh, where's everybody fishing out there?" Well, we want to see them. I'm like, we see them at 3 o'clock. So again, if you're just tuning in, we are in beautiful downtown Kingston at Confederation Park. Oh, here's another one.
Back on, yeah.
Yeah. Now, we do have a limited number of boats out there, or cameras out there today, just because of the rain and how everything fell into place. It looks like a big one.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
And you might want to notice that we are allowed nets in this event, too. Typically on a Bassmaster event, there's no nets involved, so it gets a little hairier. But you can see these fish are brought into the boat fairly quickly.
Ooh, that's a nice
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Very nice.
That's Mark's size.
So once again, guys, the CISA Kingston Open currently underway. The weigh-in is going to be at 3 o'clock. I think, I'm not 100% sure. Is Ron, are we going back to Ron? Is Ron on the run? He's not on the run yet. Ron is... Oh, we've got I've got a voice in my ear saying there's some guesses about big bags. Unfortunately, my phone died. We will look those up. But, yeah.
There was talk about these Bubba scales. Like, these things have really taken over the industry.
They really have. A few years back, we were at the MLF tournament. And the guesses are on Facebook if you guys want to look them up. But a few years ago, we got a glimpse of the first Bubba scale. And we also got a glimpse of what the price was going to be.
Right.
And at the time, way back when, who's going to pay $800 for a scale?
Right.
They went and did their magic, came back with these incredible scales, color screens or a matte screen, but they are ridiculously accurate, and all the functions and features are easy to use. It's probably one of the more reliable scales that I've used. I've gone through a number of scales throughout the years, but the Bubba scale, I find it just to be reliable. I don't have to worry. There's no second guessing.
And there's 2 versions of it too,
There is,
right?
there
So
is.
there's a least expensive one, and there's also one that has Wi-Fi capabilities.
Right.
And that one there, if you have a bunch of buddies and you want to do like a little MLF tournament out there, that scale will do that for you through Wi-Fi. It'll show you live what your catches, what other boats' catches are. It's a pretty nifty little thing.
It is.
I personally own one. I have the lower end one because I really don't need the other one. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with it.
You don't want to tell your buddies what you're catching.
Nope.
I just think it's a cool tool to have, especially like Mark said, because it has the Wi-Fi capabilities and you can share amongst friends and have your own little tournaments. But just functionality and ease of and heavy duty, like it's.
Yeah, the boys and I, CJ got one, Dan's got one now.
Okay.
So when it's like what Mark said, if you're having a little tourney with your friends, it makes it fun. You can just instead of texting a picture and lying and saying that it's like 5 pounds, you got real data. It's real data in your hands, right?
Yeah.
And it's cool. We just, like I said, the 4 of us, we got 2 of them between the 4 of us. And it is pretty cool, and it has come a long way. Technology's getting better, man.
Remember the old one with the spring?
Right. Yeah. The only thing I wish about the Bubba scale, the lower priced one, is if you could change the cull limit. Because the cull limit's set at 8, so most of our tournaments are five fish.
Yeah.
So you actually have to
Clear it.
We have to go through the
settings.
What would you say? Like
Settings?
I don't know. No, not settings. You just have to skip like 6, 7, 8, and then cycle. That's what I'm looking for. You have to cycle through those.
And they're color coded too, right? Like if you have, if you're using blue, you just hit blue, you put your weight in, and then you know that your blue marker if you're calling fish. You know what I mean?
It tells you your big fish. It tells you your small fish. And it tells your overall weight.
Mark is catching more than 5 fish, like 8 fish. He's trying to. That's
he's pumping his tires.
Man, big fish Mark, we're going to start calling you.
Blind squirrel gets a nut once in a while,
I love your style, buddy. So, Scotty, you looked them up.
I'd have to say, based on what I'm seeing here, they're in agreement with Mark and I. Fern Campbell said 29.01 pounds. Adam Platts, 30.2 pounds. Lee King, 29.55 pounds. Greg Brooks has 26.9. And Steve Jaggershaw, 32.3.
32. Wow. Oh my god, that would be a record, I think.
That would be wild. What was
by
the
a
record?
vowel?
What was the record just recently?
The MLF Big 5, I believe Eric had 31.5. 31.6, and that was the biggest single day
what we're seeing here
on the St. Lawrence ever in an MLF event.
There we go.
There's a call.
Attaboy, Andrew.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Yeah. So again, guys, it's just we're having some fun with this. We're going to do some giveaways. We're going to involve everybody online. If you can't make it down to Kingston, we understand. It might be a distance, but if you live in Kingston, come down. Come down. We've got a lot of things happening, a lot of public giveaways. There's tons to do in the park. And then the weigh-in is going to start at 3 o'clock. I want to take a quick second and just say, other than Milwaukee being the title sponsor, you can't forget people like Yeti.
Right.
How many Yeti coolers do you guys see around the park right now?
A lot.
Right. And how heavy is the one full of the Mass Plus? The Mass Plus by Mass.
I bet chest freezer, man.
What's that?
Like a chest freezer.
It's giant. Have you guys tried those drinks yet?
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah.
I had them this morning.
What's your favorite color?
I'm gonna go with the old orange.
Okay.
I don't know what the flavor, if it's tangerine or what, but it was delicious. Yeah. Absolutely delicious.
Scotty?
I haven't tried one yet, but
buddy,
man, it's got every color of the rainbow.
Right? I have not tried one yet either.
Yeah,
but I will
it's a good-looking bottle, right?
It is.
It's a hydration drink. It's not an energy drink because a lot of guys do ask about that.
Right.
Is that an energy? No, it's a hydration drink. They're phenomenal. So if you hadn't had a chance to check those out, check those out. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to hold off on the BKK stuff because we're going to talk about product here shortly. Eating Wild,
right,
has got a $250, almost $300 giveaway from the butcher shop.
From the butcher shop.
So why don't we leave that up to you to break that down
the butcher shop, I've been using them for over 20 years. They're located in central Ontario, which is around the Etobicoke area.
Yep.
They service in-home deliveries, and they started doing this in COVID because people couldn't leave their house. But to have a hand, think of this, a butcher, when you walk up to the counter, old school butchers cutting the meat in front of you. You don't see that anymore. You don't see it in grocery stores. You don't even see it unless you go to your local butcher. Yeah. You point at your meat. They usually, how big do you want it? How small do you want it? And they cut it for you. They weigh it and you get it. The butcher shop has been practicing for over 40 years. And now what they're doing is they're actually delivering next day within 200 kilometers of Etobicoke. So if you live in, Niagara Falls, London, Ontario, where Siege is, you go online, Butcher Shop Direct, you can literally pick out a porterhouse steak, tell them you want it 12 ounces, the next day it's delivered right to your front door.
Awesome.
It's insane.
That's awesome. But then you guys have a prime box. So
Absolutely.
this weekend we are going to give away a
prime box, and this is Canadian prime. And when we talk about grades of steak, which we can do a whole podcast on this about it, but prime is the best that we have to offer, higher grade than AAA. And we have a Canadian prime box, so it has a porterhouse. We got a flank steak. Wow. You got ground beef in there. You got bone-in ribeye, which is, if you have never had a bone-in ribeye, it's almost like a tomahawk. Just basically, they cut the bone right down, and the flank is unbelievable, and it's worth close to $300. And I'll tell you right now, we're giving it away courtesy of the Butcher Shop, and whoever wins that box, I'm telling you right now, make sure you invite some important people over to your house because you will impress. And they're going to ask you where they got that cut of meat because, like I said, it's prime Canadian, and I'm excited for the person who wins it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We're going to continue to talk about some prizing. I think... Are we cutting to Ron right now? Is Ron ready to go? Or is he locked up right now?
Boy. Oh, boy.
He's checking your room for you, Moose.
Okay, so I think he's all locked up right now. I don't think we're going to him just yet.
You're getting a lot of guesses, though, for Big Bag.
That's good, but guys, keep bringing the guesses on. Again, like I said, there's going to be a $250 giveaway online. Guess the largest bag of the whole event, and if you are correct, we'll get in contact with you and we'll send you out some goodies. You're not going to be disappointed. So let's quickly talk about prizing. We talked about Yeti. We've got coolers, we've got bags, we've got cups, we've got hats. We've got all kinds of goodies from Yeti. And that product speaks for itself. I don't need to pump it. You guys understand it. BKK. What do you guys think of BKK? I'll tell you quickly what I think. It's the best on the market. Mark, go.
I love their new OCD tackle.
There you go.
Right? There's I personally own one. I did not get the one that was all stocked. This one here is absolutely chock full.
It comes in two different boxes. Right. One completely full.
Right.
She's full.
Oh my God.
She's full. And one empty, and you can fill it yourself. I think the coolest part about it is the OCD side of it, right?
They have the little containers. It's very organized. I don't know if you see some of these guys' boats. They certainly are not. So a product like this is huge.
Yeah. If you guys haven't had a chance, have you seen one of these boxes yet?
No, I've never seen one of those.
Very cool box. Very sleek. Check that
Look at that.
Right? Oh, man.
See why they call it the OCD box.
It is. Right? So let's face it. We as fishermen, how many different bags, compartments, pouches, whatever, cases would you have to carry before this? I'd have like 6 or 7 different boxes, and it would be all over the place.
You got 7, 8 packs open at the same time.
Right.
And
drop shot, 4, 2, 1, 1-aught, 2-aught, 2, 1, 0, like long shank. The box speaks for itself. Treble hooks, worm hooks, all kinds of different hooks. Like it goes on and on and on. So if you haven't had a chance to see this, look them up online. It is the OCD box from BKK. But one person will walk away with an OCD box from our good friends at BKK, along with a hat. I don't know if we have any shirts, but along with a hat. Dude, somebody gave me that as a Christmas present. Primo.
Well, I have to ask, if you were to buy all those hooks separately,
right?
Like, what are you looking at in terms of
I think
price?
the value is on that front of the box.
$300 and something.
The value. Oh, look at that.
Oh, what?
Yeah. That wasn't in the box. I'm not sure what you're talking about. That's pretty cool. So a little seafoam decal there. So that's pretty neat. But the value is on the box. So it says value USD $356.
Wow.
That's like $1,000 Canadian.
Pretty well, yeah.
So 356 USD, fully loaded, ready to go. Armor point. Armor point is their new thing. Super sharp hooks, very slick. And all they want you to do is hook your dream. And it was featured at CanCast, and it did win Best of Show.
What did they say? 48 packs, 270 hooks in that.
Wow.
In that.
So in that box, there's 48 packs. Yeah, 270 hooks. That's very cool, man. And on the back, you got a whole bunch of different illustrations of how you can hook it up and rig it. And
I think it's all color coded too, is it not?
it is.
Yep.
It is. It's a very cool idea. Why didn't we think of this?
And you know
we're
what?
not smart,
It's
man.
a good thing I know you, Moose, because I didn't know anything about BKK until you brought it to my attention. And the fact that it's been around for as long as it has, it's certainly established itself in the saltwater industry. But
This is true.
I will say from
Over 100 years.
from the muskie community,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily like using these hooks, and this is really interesting. They don't like it because they're too hard to cut with the bolt cutters.
Oh.
So they're that strong.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. They're big in the saltwater world, over 100 years, and I believe Chucky and his family are 10th or 12th or 14th generation hooks, just making hooks. That's wild. And the acronym BKK, you know what that stands for?
I do not.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
It's on the box.
Black King Kong.
Black King.
Isn't
God, that was my nickname in high school.
Black King Kong.
For all the wrong reasons.
It's a very interesting story. It's a very cool story. There is a video on YouTube. If you look up, I think it's Nomad. Nomad on YouTube has the history of BKK or the BKK story or something along those lines. It's a very cool video. You get to see the factory, how things are made,
I'll have to check
little
that out.
snippets. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So thank you very much to the guys at BKK for stepping up and providing all the anglers with Ned heads,
Yeah.
drop shot hooks, and we're going to give away some BKK boxes.
And don't forget the sponsorship of the Big Fish.
What big fish?
BKK Big Fish of
What are
the
you talking
tournament.
about?
Isn't that fish?
No, there's no big fish. Look at these. These are absolutely. $500 a day over 3 days. So every day, big fish of the event will be $500 a day, and then there's an overall $1,500 big fish.
Wow. Seeing what you're seeing out there, Moose, today on these screens, what would you think is winning that 500 beans? Just from what you've been watching and witnessing in front of you, are we thinking 7-8 pounds? Like, is that possible today?
Dude, do you think we can see an 8-pounder?
This body of water, it's very possible.
Like, I'm watching this, and I'm like, I mean, again, I'm not a professional at looking, and you guys have better judgment, but I've been seeing some big fish.
Yeah, I'm terrible at judging smallmouth. They're really hard to read as far as weight is.
Very true.
Especially
for me
this time of year, they're starting to feed. The water temperatures are getting cooler. The evenings are getting cooler. I'm going to say we'll probably end up seeing a 7.5.
Wow.
Looks like Jack's back on here.
I'm thinking 7.5. And I only say that because I've heard so many 7 and 2, 7, 3, 7. I'm going to say 7.5 just because I'm hoping to see a 7.5. But it's going to be an interesting day. Guys are catching fish.
Oh, that's a cute one.
Yeah.
That's my style right there.
Yeah,
Is that sashimi style size or
Maybe a little few more inches, and that thing's going under the knife now.
nice?
Yeah. So we do have a question out there. Is it a 5-fish tourney? Yes, it is a 5-fish tourney. So it's 5 fish. Guys go out during the day. They fish. They catch 5. They put it in the live well. They come to the weigh-in. We weigh those 5. The following day, they go out and catch another 5. So it's an accumulated weight over 3 days. We'll win $50,000. $50,000. It hasn't been done in Canada in a very long time. It has been done in the past, different species and so on and so forth. But $50,000. When you guys first heard that, what'd you think?
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah?
I couldn't believe it. I thought, okay, where's the money coming from?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Brought me back to the OV days. Remember
Right.
the OV tour that they used to have?
Yeah.
They used to hand out some pretty big prizes.
Boats and trucks.
Big Jim will be able to talk a lot more about that tomorrow. But yeah, $50,000
$50,000.
in these
dope.
days and
That's
times. That's
Huge
big.
dough.
That's
Yeah,
really
it is big
Dude,
money.
that's like 2 carts of groceries.
Half a tank of gas.
Half a tank of gas, 2 carts of groceries. That's too funny. So yeah, $50,000 up for grabs, thousands of dollars in prizing up for grabs. I mean, you just let the cat out of the bag. Big Jim McLaughlin's going to be in the building tomorrow, so in the park tomorrow. So he's going to come down and chat with us and tell some of his stories. And listen, guys, if you hadn't had a chance to listen to some of Big Jim's stories, they're entertaining. You could pick apart and kind of figure out what he's using, but he'll just tell you straight up, I got nothing to hide. I'm going to tell you how to catch them because that's what I'm here for.
And this is his jam. Like, I mean, you know, coming down here to a bass tournament in St. Lawrence, you know, Lake Ontario, this is his jam. This is his, you know, niche, if you will. And I can't imagine how excited he is.
But he's
to come down
local here too.
Yeah.
Isn't he? He lives right around the corner.
Yep.
Yeah. That's phenomenal. Oh, there's another fish. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's go. These boys have been on fish.
I was going to say, we've featured them quite a bit.
Yeah.
This guy's been the number one net man right now.
Warren McRae on the rod. Travis on the net. Could we be seeing the BKK big fish? Black King. Oh, no.
That is what you call heartbreak
no.
right there, guys.
That's Scotty's life right there.
Okay,
Yeah, well
here
done.
we go. Next talking point. Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah.
How heartbreaking is that? Especially in a tournament like this where there is $50,000 up for grabs. Gut wrenching. Could that have been the winning fish? And all these thoughts go through your mind. I stop right there and like lay down and cry.
Yeah, he is way better, taking this way better than I would. way to go, Warren. He knows he's on camera too, so.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what he thinks about that one. But, you know, good on him for just getting right back on the rod. A lot of guys.
You can see Norda's short cast there.
Yes.
So I'm thinking whether probably he's throwing a Demiki rig or something, or maybe a Cindy rig.
Yeah. Interesting. Who's this now? Oh, no, hold on. Is that my boat? Is that the media boat?
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it
Is
is.
it Sean Fishing?
It's somebody else. No. I think somebody's
It's
recording.
a cottager.
Yeah, one of the guys on the boat is recording the media boat. So the media boat is out there. Thank you to me for providing the media boat. High five. Yeah, so the Lund is out and she's afloat. And if you guys happen to see the Lund around town, take some photos with it. It's big giant red Milwaukee logo
Yeah,
on
it
it.
looks sweet.
No, just don't get in it. Just it's a mess.
you do?
It's a mess.
Yeah. Bring a vacuum and do some cleaning.
Yeah, right.
Is Ronnie shopping now? What's he doing in there?
I don't know. Maybe that's not the boat. Is somebody casting? That's not my boat.
That's not your boat.
No, that's not.
No.
That's
not
no.
your
They're on my boat. Okay, that's
Right.
fine. Yeah. I was like, oh man, Sean put the rod down.
It's nice to see, though, that the lake is laid down quite a bit from yesterday. We talked about it this morning, that they were dealing with some 6 and 7 foot chop.
Yeah.
But judging by where they're at, they're not that far offshore.
Yeah.
The previous boat was extremely close to shore, which was interesting to see. But do you think the bigger fish are going to be caught in the river, or do you think they're going to be caught out in the lake?
Oh
What's your
boy.
guesses, guys?
Typically, the bigger fish are out on the lake. Corey Johnson's proven that time and again, right?
We haven't talked about those boys all day, and let's talk about the champs. Let's talk about the hammers. Let's talk about the guys that know how to catch them out here. People are afraid to fish against them, and people are excited to fish with them.
Yeah,
So
it's not only on this body of water.
No.
You hear it everywhere you go, right?
listen,
These guys are just hammers.
they put their time in. They understand that they are one with the fish.
Right.
Well, think about how well they do individually on the Elite Series.
Yeah.
Now they're teamed up in the same boat.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm a fish, I'm scared.
Mark, why did they team up? We briefly.
They teamed up because they just said it would be too hard to go for first and second this year. Like here in this body of water anymore, just because of GPS, live scope, Bass Live, showing spots and stuff like that. So they thought they would be better off just teaming up. She says it's too hard out there. Just the guys are on them. They know the deal now, right? So,
Well, I think this year overall. I mean, you've been out a handful of times. Last year was okay. This year, I find it to be very tough. Do you think it was because of the weather, the way the sun was just beaming all the time, water temps?
The sun for sure was a factor. I mean, it's been so hot. Water levels were high. I found early this year, but then lately in some of the body waters that I was fishing in, they just dropped drastically. A lot of cabbage came. We had, I think it was 2 weeks of heat that was like in the 40s.
Right.
And again, I don't know if that had a pattern involved. I mean, Mark might be able to tell me that one, but it was tough. It was tough fishing. And you too, like we spoke.
Yeah.
You were out in the water, and you had some pretty rough days out there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we try to go out as soon as it opens up. We go out and we sort of figure out where they are, what they're doing, what are the water temps, what's the weeds like.
It was a very late spring.
It was a very late spring.
Right.
There was a lot of ice cover.
Right.
So, like, I don't know if you guys pike fish a lot or whatever. Typically, you're going to find weeds when the pike are on when they're on it, like after ice off.
There's no weed.
But there was nothing. There was nothing.
It took a long time for the fish to turn on.
Yeah.
Just based on the weather.
But we saw the same thing with walleye as well.
Holy smokes! When it did, like at Lake Erie right now, you can't go out any longer than 2.5 hours, and you've got limits in the boat. Like when it turned on, it was like a switch. It was unreal, and the stores will tell you. Like, I mean, everybody that's coming in and buying new stuff, they can't keep the stuff on the shelf. The fishing is just that good right now.
Right. Walleye, salmon. I'm watching a lot of these salmon movies that are happening right now.
Ones,
there's some big numbers coming in. Numbers you didn't see last year, but earlier on in the season, guys were all complaining and saying the same thing. Where are the fish? What are the fish doing?
So what's interesting about the salmon? You talk about the salmon moves. Last year we saw a lot of numbers. Guys were going out and getting 60, 70 fish. This year, it's all big fish.
Right.
So the numbers aren't necessarily there, but holy crap, some of the fish that have been weighed in for the great salmon, holy
high 30s. Yeah, I've seen a couple 36, 37.
Impressive.
Yeah, Andy Cadera, he won a week or two in a row. I think Andy Cadera brought in a giant. I think it was 32 or 33. There's some big fish out there.
It's incredible.
And then you go back and you look at all the tournament series right across Ontario, whether it's Northern Ontario or Central, Southern, whatever you want to call it, and the weights just did not reflect the season at all.
Typical what you would find on that body of water, where they're much lower, 2-3 pounds.
Right.
Lower than what you would typically see on that body of water.
Right. It's wild to think that a week of sun can make that much of a difference.
100%.
I wish I was a biologist to explain it all. I don't know. Maybe we can one day get Brent Valère or Bruce Tufts or, there's a handful of guys that understand what happens underwater and why when it comes to heat, when it comes to algae, when it comes to all that fun stuff. But this year has been a very tough year.
It's hard to understand too, because with the amount of wind that we've had from the west blowing east, you would expect the water temperature to be quite high out here, but they're surprisingly low.
Yeah,
which is I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But in terms of the weather, I'm going to ask you guys. This front that's gone through, I'm actually stunned to see how many fish are being caught. The weather doesn't seem to be affecting these fish at all.
No,
so far anyway.
No.
Here's the boys grabbing the net again.
Another one. See, it just goes to show you, like, it is an incredible fishery. There's no, you're not getting skunked out there. You're going to go out and you're going to catch fish. You're going to have a good time doing it. Kingston, the St. Lawrence, Lake Ontario, they blow my mind. And you're seeing a lot more U.S. Groups and anglers come up this way and fish our waters because they're starting to see the potential and how good of a fishery it can be.
We're sitting by. I'm going to go and say that this is probably the best smallmouth fishery on the planet.
Wow. And I've heard lots of people say it. Like, I don't know if there's, it goes to a jury or any kind of voting committee, but I've heard this said many, many times that in North America, that nothing beats this smallmouth fishery.
Okay, so let's plot twist here. Oh, we got another fish on. Boy, that's Mercer and...
No, it looks like Jack.
Is it Jack?
Yeah. Yeah. These two here were the Shootout Fishing League Classic champions last year.
Oh, very nice.
They absolutely hammered the field. I think they beat the field on a 3-day tournament by 7 pounds or something.
Wow.
Yeah, they ran
You
away.
can tell
with
who
it.
did their homework. Good for you, Mark.
Oh, I was there. I like to watch. I like to go watch. You know? Support your guy. You know, support the guys.
So I was saying, is it because you're not seeing as much on Erie?
That's a big fish, no?
Jeez.
That's a good one.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if he puts it in the box. Oh, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Now I did see them call before. They let go a little peanut. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Those are the ones you want.
Wow. Yeah, so like I was saying, is it because you're not seeing as many events on, let's say, a Lake Erie or the northern, like any of the Great Lakes? You would think that they've got the same goby invasive species, and they've got the same sort of structure and elements to them. Why is it that it's Lake Ontario, the St. Lawrence River, and why is it not
Gobies?
Yep. Well, they got them there too. They got them there too.
I don't know. I guess
They have
get
to
big.
be. They got to be just as good. It's just what makes this not a better fishery, but what makes this a different fishery?
It's a great question. And
Current, maybe?
I don't.
I'm gonna go with clarity of the water.
Yeah, that definitely.
And
has a lot to
current.
do
I
with
think
it.
current, like anything that has to live in a current, is going to be a stronger fish.
Yeah.
Now, typically,
naturally.
looking at these smallies, if you've ever fished the Niagara River, you see those, they look like they've been pumped up with a basketball pump. Like they look like they're ready to explode. These are a little bit slender, which would have me believe that they're more of a river fish. That's why they don't carry the weight. But then you go to the Niagara River, and it blows your mind to see how fat those fish are. So to your point, obviously forage is a big key, and there's lots of forage out there. Even though we had a big alewife die off this year, it had no effect on the forage base. But yeah, with the gobies and everything else that's being stocked in this body of water, there's a lot of food out there.
I would say that even like not just the smallies, but almost every fish really thrives in this body of water. And going back to the salmon, like there's been many years where, just watching those salmon runs coming into the river in the late fall or early fall, and the numbers are incredible.
Yeah.
And we're talking healthy fish. Yeah. Speaking to those guys out in the, I speak to a lot of those guys out in the West End, and it's like, fishing's been incredible, but the fish they're healthy. And just on the food perspective talking here, not too many anglers, if you asked them 15 years ago if they were eating salmon out of Lake Ontario, you're hearing it more often that these fish, especially Niagara way, they got scales coming off in your boat. Like how fresh this fish is. Oh, wow. So that just proves it, to your point, Moose, how healthy these fish are.
Right.
So if different species are healthy, well, look how beautiful these fish are. They're big, man. Big
And world-class muskie out here too, right?
Amen.
Like Dale McNair caught his not far from here at all.
Yep.
In the whole scope of things.
But the other thing I wanted to mention too is, these aren't like isolated humps. There is a lot of fishable water out here. Like you're seeing people in all kinds of different areas, and they're catching fish. So it goes to show that the population is far beyond what we can even think about.
What are these guys fishing? So for me as an angler, sitting back and watching this, and I'm not in a boat to know what's happening. What are these guys fishing? When we talk about structure and we talk about spots and humps, and what are these guys looking at? How is it that they're able to narrow it down or hone it in to one area? What do you look for?
Rock. They're looking for rock, I would think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything that's irregular, you get a hump, you get a stump, anything that's irregular in the water column seems to hold fish. There's always, a little small bait cloud of forage that's usually close by, but yeah, they always stick to something that's irregular. And you go back to like St. Clair, which is, it's just a bowl of sand, right?
Yeah.
You get any kind of irregularity on that body of water and it holds fish because there's nothing else for them.
And Moose, I got a quick question for you. Now, I haven't really dived into the rules, like learning about using a net. That's pretty cool. Live scoping. Is live scoping, you think, have a little bit to do with this? Like, are guys finding it easier to find the rocks, or is it the pre-fish?
100%.
Do you see how we can't see the back of his head because it's just his neck?
Yeah.
Live scope, I find, it has made the angler that much better, but it's also like, have you ever gone fishing without live scope recently?
Muskie fishing on Lake St. Clair, as Scott, you just mentioned, like it has changed the way we have fished. And I mean, we're at the Thames. We're in a small area, so to shoot that and see those big balls of shad.
Yeah.
And before live scope was like, you find the bait, you find the fish.
Yeah.
But to see these humongous balls of shad with live scope and how they're moving, and watching these fish just sitting on the bottom, just ready to ambush, it's just like, wow, it's incredible.
I think what any live, whether it's with any live sonar out there, it's made time on the water more productive.
Yep, correct.
It's given more information to the angler to understand, where they're at and what they're doing and how their baits react.
Right.
I think the coolest part about it is I want to know how my bait reacts in this situation, that situation, because it's always different. Yep. So not only are we finding fish with it, not only are we finding structure with it and weed lines and this, that, and everything, but it's providing us with so much more information that there's no need to waste your time anymore, right? So your time on the water is a lot more productive.
And you can place that bait where you want to place it, right?
Right. Right.
I think that's huge.
I think
It's
a great
massive.
story. Sorry, Moose, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
A great story to share in terms of live scope is how efficient it makes anglers. And we had a gentleman, Jim Wilson, came up to our CFN retreat and has never fished that body of water. And in 2 days, had that lake completely dialed in. And it all was, I mean, obviously he has a lot of fishing knowledge, but a lot of it had to do with the fact that he was able to go to areas with the live scope. If he wasn't seeing big fish or he wasn't seeing any fish, he was able to move on to the next hump, the next weed line or whatever. It just made him travel so much faster and further to dial that lake in. And in 2 days, he had to figure it out.
Wow. Looking at every one of these boats, they got their head down, they're staring at their graphs. I mean, the technology has come so far. It's like I was saying before, it's not difficult to go out and fish without it. It's just not as fun.
Yeah.
Maybe call me the younger generation, or please do, because I feel old. But some of the old boys don't like it. Some of the young boys love it. Is it because it's hard to use? Is it because it's difficult to understand?
Nobody likes change.
Well,
I'm a stickler for change. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I have a live scope though.
Yeah.
My ability to fish, like the days I get off and go do it. If I have a tool that's going to help me go catch fish, yeah. See, look at that.
Wow.
That's incredible.
It's funny how it's almost like they're hearing us talk about it.
No kidding.
That, ladies and gentlemen, that's amazing. That's fantastic. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a fish. And it's super cool to see, and it's exciting. But picture being there all day and not knowing and just being like, man, I really hope they're here. Man, I really hope they show up. Man, I really hope we're on the right hump. Man, I really hope we're on the right weed line. It narrows it down. It breaks it down and says, hey, this is where you're going to have fun. There's no fun to be had here.
Yep. Right.
You know what I mean?
I think a lot of it, too, goes back to how things have been and with technology advancing. Like, I mean, we all started with monofilament, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Now that you've used braid, do you ever see yourself going back to using monofilament?
Good point. Very good point. I didn't have thought of that.
Look. That's so exciting. When you just pitch out your drop shot or your jig or your net or whatever it is that you're throwing, and that fish reacts, and it's coming to, you're like, oh my God, it's going to happen. It's on its way. Oh, it's going to bite it. It's going to take it. Fish on, baby! Woo! It's the coolest feeling. It's really neat It's really neat to teach somebody how to use it.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say my daughter.
It looks like they're probably fishing an isolated boulder or something here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's holding fish. You can see it.
Yeah. So there's not much around, but there's that boulder and a little hump. But yeah, it's the coolest thing to watch someone's reaction when a fish hits your bait and you're like, oh my God, this is video game fishing.
And I think if we want to get the next generation involved,
you got to get
how you do it.
It looks like a drop shot here. You can see 2 marks.
Yeah.
He's just to the left of the, just came down there.
Look at that.
Yeah, wild.
That's the fish.
Yes, I don't know who that is.
The scrutineer that's on that boat right now, kudos, bud, because you are capturing exactly what we're talking about. And oh, man, back up a little bit if you can hear me. Too close.
The other way.
Too close.
The other back up.
Shout out to the anglers, too, because it's not often that they allow you to look at their electronics like this.
Right.
So thanks to the anglers for allowing us this opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, there we go. My mic's back on. Absolutely. No, the scrutineers or the video camera people that are in the boats are they know what to look for, and we had to. It was a quick, brief breakdown. Hey, try this, that, and the other thing, and the boys will perform.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going really well. Mercer, if you can hear me, looking good, buddy.
That'll be you in a few years.
Very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Oh, wiping off a screen there.
Yeah. Yeah. So watching fishing, is it like watching golf?
No.
No,
I don't watch golf.
More moving.
I watch fishing.
Okay, there you go. They're stripping down. It's getting a little hot. It looks like sunny and beautiful now.
Yeah,
looks like a completely different day.
I think the drama in fishing now has gotten to a point where it keeps you more interested too. Like, I'm going back to the Johnson brothers, watching Corey Johnson heel over at the front of his boat and just barfing his guts out right before he wins the tournament. You know what I mean? Right. Like the drama that, like, you know, you watch golf and it's like, okay, is he going to make this putt and this and that? But the drama is really changed, I think. Moose.
Quite a few boats in that area.
Yeah, there is.
I think a lot of it too is we can relate to this a lot better than, you know, a golfer. I mean, I suck at golf, but I have caught a big fish in my day. So I'm as excited to see these guys and gals hooking some.
I suck at both. I suck at golf and I suck at fishing.
50 G's, man.
Like you can relate, though. You've had a 6 pound, a 6.5 pound smallie, so you know what it's like.
And
right?
you know how much that guy losing that fish hurts because of that 50 G's on the line, and you see him lose that fish, you feel it. You're like, oh my God, he must be devastated.
Yeah.
All of us were just
But if you expect me to go to a golf course right now and hit a hole in one, not going to happen. Like I have a better chance of doing this than that.
No, it's true, though. It's true, though. But, man, good for them. Good for them.
You can see the G juice in there.
Yeah, just checking his fish.
Okay, let's talk product, because I know, Mark, you brought some stuff and you wanted to break down a few things.
I do. You know,
if we're gonna, I don't know if we're waiting on Ron, and I'll get some communication in my headset in a minute. We are ready on Ron. Ron is, he's locked up or he's not locked up. I think he's locked up. All right, Ron, what's going on over there, bud?
Okay, so we're walking around the jail here, or the Kingston Penitentiary. Jail. This is no jail. This is maximum security
prison.
This is Bob. Bob, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you very much.
So now you worked here when it was an active prison.
Yes, I did.
And let me know, were you a guard?
Yeah, I started as a guard here in January of 1974 when I was 21.
So just before that, I guess there was a big riot. And we all knew that. Back, if you were old and like me, I knew that. How was that coming into here, getting that job, getting this job? How did you feel? Like,
well, I was 21 years old. I probably should have known better. But anyways, it's you grow up very quickly in here. You learn about life very quickly.
Right.
It's a different side of life altogether, and it's something that most people don't experience or see.
So they had every hardest criminal in Canada was here, was it not?
That's correct.
So, I mean, major criminals, and you had to deal with these guys.
Yeah, I escorted Clifford Olson in here from BC.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
And you're still alive to talk about it.
I'm still alive to talk about it.
That's unreal. You know, the history here is phenomenal. I'm glad you're here, bud. I need you to come fishing with me, though.
Yep, well, I'm going to.
Okay,
my son
good.
and I are going to be there.
Excellent. You come and striper fishing with me.
Yes, I am.
We can't wait. Let's tour around a bit and see what's going on. Hey, Moose, guys, Scotty, we got you might as well cancel your hotel rooms because we got your rooms for tonight. We're right here. Gourmet. Look at everything you want. We're at the Kingston Penitentiary. We got Greg here. Greg, thanks for joining us today, buddy. Absolutely. I love this tour. It's a phenomenal tour. Tell us a little bit about it and how I can find you.
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is kingstonpentour.com.
Okay.
We operate basically from beginning of May all the way to October 31st, pretty much every year. And we got 3 main tours. So there's kind of the quick one. It's called the Express Tour, 45 minutes. You do the upper half of the institution. The place is really huge, as you're going to see.
Yeah.
And you do come to a cell range and get to see that. Then we have the tour that most people do. It's the standard tour, 1.5 hours. That does the highlights of the entire institution. And then there's something called the extended tour, 2.5 hours.
Wow.
That's for those who want to learn, everything and go to all the different areas.
And you don't lock any of these guys up, even if they're criminals here anymore.
Yeah, those days are over. So we closed in 2013, and we don't lock anybody up anymore. Not here anyway.
Now, we were talking to Bob earlier, and he worked here, obviously, and he was saying, like, the highest criminals stayed here in this penitentiary. That's true. So,
this was a maximum security institution. It opened in the 1830s, went all the way up, into 2013. So it saw a lot of people through its doors. And people like Bob, one of the greatest things about our tour, we have tour guides who take you through the site, talk about the historical pieces, the facts, and that type of information. And then you'll meet multiple of, those past guards, nurses, psychologists, wardens, all those types of people who worked in an institution, many of them physically at Kingston Penitentiary.
That is incredible. So the website again?
Yeah, kingstonpentour.com.
kingstonpentour.com. You have to check this out. This is a piece of history. Guys, Mark, Scotty, Moose, cancel your rooms. You're staying here tonight. Back to you guys. Get a shot of that.
Are back. We all just had to
use little boys.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Ron, that was phenomenal. I only caught the first little bit of it, but oh man, I'm out of breath. Jeez.
And this is why we don't play sports.
This is why we fish. Oh yeah. Well, okay. Here's a controversial subject, and the reason why we run these events is because CISA and the rest of the organizations around the world are trying to get bass fishing back into the Olympics.
Correct.
It is a sport.
It is a sport.
It is a sport.
They call it sport fishing for a reason.
Right.
Right? It's right in the title.
Now, is it a lazy man sport?
Do you consider yourself an athlete?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, there's another fish. There's another fish.
It's like
you go out and you fish a 2-day or a 3-day tournament. Tell me you're not exhausted. It's a workout.
One day. How did Rick Clunn do 3 days of practice or 2 days of practice and then 4 days on the water?
Kidding.
6 days straight?
It does take a lot out of you. It's all the fresh air.
I couldn't do it personally.
No.
I'm tired after one. The boys' weekend, I need a week to recover.
Amen.
Right?
We had a discussion on our live a couple Mondays ago where we were talking about sport fishing and recreational fishing. Is there a difference, or are they the same thing?
Oh, there's definitely a difference.
I agree.
One. Look at this. Look at this.
I agree.
Warren. Oh, my goodness, Warren.
Another Warren.
You could tell he was. Travis just dink, and then Warren just no. Oh, man. Boys. Yeah, that is heartbreaking.
That is tough. That's two that they've lost.
Wow. Two that we've seen, yeah.
Right, that we've seen.
True.
Unbelievable.
Big shout out to everybody who's watching. We jumped around on totals, but right now there's about 40 people out there watching this live feed. So
yeah,
thanks
and that's just on the one.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. That's just on the one platform. YouTube, I think we've got 190 on.
Oh, that's
YouTube
awesome.
Right now,
Yeah,
so
very
that's
good.
Cool.
Very good.
There's another one. Double header? Oh.
No, I think he's just. Oh, it is a double header.
You guys I was going to say, do you guys want to place bets? Here we go. What are they going to do here?
Who's going to be the net man?
Right? I always, in that situation, whoever's got the biggest fish.
Boat
look at both.
Good
peanuts.
job, boys.
Both
that
peanuts.
was a good look. That was a good shot.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hats off again to the scrutineers, the
Amen.
camera people, and the anglers for allowing them to be in the boat.
Right.
In the boat. So, again, for those of you just tuning in, this is the CISA Kingston Open in beautiful downtown Kingston at Confederation Park in partnership with Milwaukee. We want to quickly tip our hats to all our sponsors. We don't even call them sponsors. We call them partners because they become partners over the years.
Amen.
BR2 Printing. Don't know that guy. He's handsome, though. Canada Bass, obviously. John Deere. So here's the cool part. Tomorrow, if you are in Kingston and you're around the park and you're coming to check this out, hang out after the weigh-in because there's going to be a band.
Oh, wow.
A band. There is. Oh, my goodness. The name of the band just slipped my mind. It's
Hillbilly.
Hillbilly. Wow, this is not good.
Guys.
It's Hillbilly Deluxe.
Hillbilly Deluxe.
Hillbilly Deluxe will be playing on the main stage right in Confederation Park. So I want to thank everybody from John Deere for that. That was their idea and that was their contribution. And
love my John Deere, bud.
Right?
I love
let's
my
not
John
even get me
Deere.
started on that one. Livingston. Yeah, Livingston as well. I mean, they helped out big time. They gave all the anglers some goodies in the grab bags. Eating Wild, obviously, Antonio and the whole crew for the butcher shop box and the hats and the stickers and the goodies, and not to mention the incredible lunches. Now, you had a collaboration with a gentleman in town.
Yep.
Can we talk about that? Did you talk to him this morning?
Yeah, he came down. He came in hot this morning. Actually, he had a lot of energy in him, man. And amazing sandwiches, a cafe, which is in town, and well-known guys. Forgive me because I forgot his name, but
his name's Tom.
Tom, and fired up, and the boys were happy to get a lunch bag. You know, I was throwing them off of the pier this morning like a football player because it was such a steep hill for the boys. But they came in, they got their drinks, they got their sandwiches. They'll be hydrated, they'll be eaten, and that was our goal. But incredible. We got roast beef.
Let's see if they can get one in the boat this time.
Is that Bickle?
No, that's Warren and Travis.
Look at the water though. That's some calm water there.
Yeah. So Warren and Travis are another fish. But So the weigh-in today, guys, if you're watching, the weigh-in today is going to be at 3 o'clock. So we're going to go live on 3. The first heat's going to come in at 3 o'clock. The second heat will come in at 3:30. We're going to get these guys up on the stage and off the stage fairly quickly today.
He's taking his time with this fish, so I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty good one.
He's on the troll motor. He's chasing it. Yeah, looks like a good one. And Travis knows his way around the boat and tackle. I mean, Tackle Bros out in Peterborough. Phenomenal.
If you've not
store.
been to that shop yet, you need to go on. That it brings class. That is one classy store, and the people there are incredible.
For sure. You know, drag is something I think we should talk about as well.
And actually, Travis and Warren are related.
Come on.
Yeah, so Travis is married to Warren's sister.
Oh, wow. No way.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
They're brother-in-laws.
You learn something new every day. You learn something new every day.
Well, his stock just went up with that net job.
Right?
How do they tight walk through all, look at all these rods all over the deck, man. Like, I'd be in the water by now.
Oh, there's been guys. Nice fish.
Let's see if we see a cull here.
He's rolling up his sleeves.
Out comes the Bubba.
The Bubba scale, old trusty scale. Look at the belly on it.
Yep.
They're feeding. They sure are.
For the amount of fish catches we've seen, they're definitely got the feed bag on.
Absolutely. Well, while we see if we, as we're watching here, we'll see if he calls. A quick shout out to some of the local businesses, but a quick shout out to Kingston Tourism in Kingston. John Hayter, Emma, the whole crew, all the staff. They couldn't have been more accommodating. They're phenomenal people to work with. And then BKK, obviously we've spoken about them, and Yeti. So thank you. And it'll be interesting to see how this event runs next year. Mm-hmm. I think from what I'm
making
seeing,
a call here.
Yeah, here we go. What a beautiful fish.
There you go.
Oh,
that's a gorgeous fish.
This looked like a tropical fish. Good call, boys. Good call. That's excitement right there. Yeah. That's a wicked feeling.
Well, we got a break here. Just a quick shout out to all the vendors who have come down to the expo. Folks, if you're looking for some great Canadian-made tackle, some interesting tips, tricks, and techniques, you got everything down here. They're looking forward to talking to you. So if you want to just come down and talk fishing, they're here. But a big shout out to all of our vendors who have made the sacrifice and the trek down here to Kingston. They're at Confederation Park, and they're all waiting for you.
Oh, man. That's a nice boat, too, eh?
I'm sure it.
That almost sounded pre-recorded.
I couldn't do it again. That's all I can tell you.
He does it every Monday night. Let's not get it twisted. If you don't know, now you know.
And Milwaukee's here, too, with an incredible 100%. Display of gold over there.
Yeah.
I just keep looking at it and just,
Mark's a Milwaukee man.
Yes, I am.
So, yeah, they've got tons of goodies. But as far as Scotty goes in the pre-recording, every Monday
That's
night,
how I fish right there.
For what?
A little snag there.
12 years, 8 years?
10 years.
10 years. 10 years.
Yep.
Every Monday night on the Canadian Fishing Network, Scotty Gold's live with a group of gems. I mean, who do you have on that show with you?
So Big Jim, of course, who is going to be down here this weekend. I always have the pleasure of talking to him. And the story that I will probably take to my grave is the drive that I had with him down to Tennessee to get his Hall of Fame award. I will remember that for life.
Yeah.
Lawrence Gunther, the first time I met him, I didn't actually know that he was blind.
Yeah.
Really?
He's so functioning. And I'm like, you actually drive a boat? Does your insurance company know about this? And then, of course, Jason Barnews. Anybody in the fishing community, if you don't know Jason Barnews,
his son, right?
Well, the whole family. I mean, Steph, Heather, the whole family is so. They've sold themselves to this community and the industry, and they just give all the time. It's. Anyway, you're right. 3 gems.
And Jason, he's another MNR guy, right?
Exactly.
He's a biologist, so.
Yep.
Oh, that's not making.
He is a wealth, and he's been down with the Bassmasters, doing the weigh-in with the Bassmaster Classics behind the scenes. There, he's a good guy to know if you have any questions about biology or fish care or anything.
So you're talking about all these different organizations, right? So where was it that you how did you get into fishing, Mark?
How did I get into fishing?
Was it Bassmasters that brought you into fishing? Was it a family member?
I fished when I was a kid. I was fishing when I was a kid. Then when I got into high school, I discovered girls. So fishing rods kind of went away. And then when my kids were very young, I met a neighbor, and he got me into creek fishing. And then we did some ice fishing out in Port Perry. And back in those days, January 1st, we went from Port Perry. We had the truck, the hut, and we went all the way to Gretzky's, which was about 13 kilometers on the ice, 2 feet ice, not worried about it. It's not like that anymore. You can't do that anymore. And then I met some other guys through an online Fish Ontario, I think the site was called. I met a guy named Jay Hotsack. What a beauty. So he asked me to go to a bass meeting. I had no idea what it was like or whatever that. I went there. Carl Kalanka was actually a speaker. Wow. And I just wow, I learned more in this meeting than I think I ever have in my life.
Right.
And I got involved in it. I'm still with the Hogtown Bassmasters. I was 14, 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I really got to thank fishing for the life I have now. All my best buddies, places that I've seen, all because of fishing.
Well said.
You included, Moose.
Well said.
Scotty.
Well said, Mark.
If it wasn't for fishing industry, I wouldn't know these guys.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
For sure. I mean, it does bring a lot of people together. I mean, the way that you met, the way you met Sean McCall was at a boat launch. Was that
a boat launch? Yeah, that's right. My best friend in the world.
Yeah,
he was stuck. His trim wouldn't go up. It was actually on Dalrymple. Joe Ford. He organized a little fall brawl. And his trim wouldn't go up, and everybody had left. I said, dude, I don't leave a man at the dock, right?
No man left behind.
Right? So I pulled my boat, my batteries out of my boat. We hooked him up there. We got his trim going, and then, you know what? We just became friends.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fishing stories, and everybody's got a different... different perspective. I think what's really cool is there's so many different organizations and opportunities to get involved and get young kids involved and old kids involved and men, women, and children involved, period. That it's right in your backyard. You don't even know it, right? When was the first time you were on the water, and how did you get into it?
Yeah, but from watching guys on TV, watching the guys, back in the day, was it Global, I think it was, or CBC, one of those, or TSN.
Saturday
mornings.
Oh, that's a good
they were
one.
always back to back.
There we go, Joe and Brent, another good one. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Brent's pumped. Brent's like, Moose, we're on fish.
We're on them.
Good night, Brent. Enjoy yourself.
Special.
Yeah. Brent, I just need to know where the forms are. We're on fish. I can't talk right now. We're on fish, Moose. All right, Brent, but where are the forms? I'm trying to do your job, or our job here. I'm on fish, Moose. I can't talk right now. All right, Brent. Talk to you later. He's a gem. He's a gem. You know, if it wasn't for that guy, we wouldn't be where we're at right now with CISA. So my hat's off to Brent Valera, who is the
president of CISA.
He is the president of CISA. He is a biologist. He worked for the government, and he knows the lingo when it comes to the government and the ins and outs of all that stuff. And that tall, handsome devil standing next to him is his famous line is Linda's husband, and Linda's Well, you know what? I realized something about Linda's husband. He doesn't like to be put on hold. He thinks it's rude.
Oh, okay.
And so over the past 6, maybe 8 months, our phones have been going off like crazy. So he'd call me, be like, "Hey, Linda's husband, how are you?" And he'd be like, "Hey, little buddy." hey, little buddy. Hey, little buddy.
But like, as many calls as you get, you've put it on hold.
Yeah, I said, "Joe, hold on a minute."
Yeah, exactly.
So he was in the car with Linda, and he's telling me the story the other day. He's like, "Man," he's like, "I've never been put on hold so many times." He's like, "I'm starting to think you don't like me and you don't want to talk to me." I'm like, "No, big buddy. Like, I love you. You're great." So, but yeah, those two right there, pioneers, right? Like, they had a vision.
Yep.
A lot of people thought this wasn't going to happen. You know, $50,000 in Ontario. For a bass fishing tournament, you don't see every day. You don't see every year. It's been a long time. So here we are, $50,000 for first place, downtown Kingston at Confederation Park, in partnership with Milwaukee, and we are all grateful to be here. So I want to thank you boys for sitting by my side. Couldn't have done this without yous, and there's a lot of content still coming up, guys. So
it's like another big one.
Yeah,
really
for sure.
For sure.
Moose, we got a question here on Facebook.
Let's
my
do it.
Fat Bass Mike is asking, how many boats have cameras on them?
Well, today, because of the weather and the rain, we were supposed to have 10 boats with cameras. Unfortunately, we only have 6. And then we have another 4 mobile cameras. But the cell reception isn't the greatest in some of the areas. So there was supposed to be a total of 14. It got cut back to 10. I think we're at 6 and 7 right now, just because of cellular reception. But tomorrow, we've worked out a few of the kinks. We've come up with a different game plan. Tomorrow, I think we're going to have 12 cameras for sure. And then Sunday being Championship Sunday, 20 boats will go out. Yep. And we're hoping the top 10, and we give everybody the option, right? If you don't want a camera on your boat, we get it, we understand. But all the guys are going to get the option to have a camera on their boat. And Sunday we'll have 10 cameras out there. Tomorrow we're hoping to have 12 cameras and try to bring you as much action as possible. Right now, I think we chose the right boats.
I would say,
yeah.
You know,
I would say.
I'm sure all the other anglers are on fish as well. But these guys are gems.
Well, I think that's what's making it more exciting for me is that, we've picked the right boats, but how many other boats are doing
the exact same
thing and having the same success?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see if there's another, 10 boats that are willing to let us have cameras on their boats tomorrow.
Might see another call here.
It's really cool, and we're gonna.
The colors.
Another beautiful color.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So calling is happening. Fantastic. Holy.
What a beautiful boat. I've had the pleasure of being on that boat, Travis's Vexus. Yeah. What a ride that thing is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely gorgeous boat.
Length of boat.
I think that's, again, for folks that aren't sure if they've ever tuned into a weigh-in before. If you haven't, I would highly recommend tuning into this weigh-in, just simply because of what we're seeing here. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fish being caught, and these are just like 6 boats that we had the honor of having a camera on.
There's some hammers fishing today. There's some big names, out of Canada and the U.S. We've got one of our favorites, Mr. Cooper Glant. He's out there with Carey. Evan Kung's out there. There's a handful. There's a family of 5 out there. These guys I met them yesterday, first time ever. They tell me that they're on fish. There's a lot of really, really good anglers. I'm torn that we couldn't get cameras in every single boat, but I promise you will see some big bags come 3 o'clock. When you walk across this stage, it's going to be it's going to be an eye opener. I think, like I said, we're going to see some big weights. We're going to see some big moves. I think on Sunday. I'm looking at the weather. I'm looking at the temperatures. I think Sunday the guys are going to have a lot of fun.
Yep.
There's next to no wind whatsoever. So with that being said, is sight fishing going to play a factor on Sunday? Because it's going to blow again tomorrow.
It really depends, I guess, on how clear that water is. And I don't know if we've heard any reports from people how clear it is, but if it does lay down, we don't get that sediment, there is a good chance that, I think they might be sight fishing.
Or has it blown for 2 days that it won't be clear on Sunday?
It's a tough one to choose.
Oh my God, you smell that?
Oh, yeah.
I do smell that.
I smell that too. You can't walk by and not get.
Thanks, Deuce.
That's for us?
Thank you.
Yeah, bring it over. That's okay. We're fine. We're fine with this. This is a nonchalant live.
We're not looking.
All right, look at this. Boom. This is Dusan. Come on in here for 1 second. I'm gonna squeeze down here. Guys, this is Dusan Dragovic. Did I say it right? Dusan Dragovic. Is it Dusan or Dushan or Dushan? Dragovic. He is
I'm leaving a tongue tie.
He's our tournament director. He is our weighmaster. He is the man behind the scenes who is going to weigh the fish and bring us, hopefully, some 30-pound bags.
I think we got
How excited are you about all this?
I think we're going to see a 30-pound bag one of these days.
Here, I'll give you this so you can talk into the microphone. Boom.
Boom. Right on.
You had a chance to see some of the action that's happening on this.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We been watching a little bit as much, but like you said, we're all over behind the scenes, just making sure the show is ready to go.
Now, are you getting any updates from the anglers? Is there any problems out there? Is there any surprises?
No surprises. It looks like everybody's on fish. It looks like everybody's catching fish, which is a good thing.
It's going to be a busy way.
It's going to be a busy way, and the weather is shaping up perfect for them. Right, it was a tough practice because of the wind for everyone, but it looks like the wind is going to be just right for some big bags over the next 3 days.
So for everybody watching, we asked earlier the prediction on the biggest bag of the event. Now, you know we've got a $250 prize pack that's going to be drawn for the person who nails it. What is your prediction on the biggest bag of the event?
I'm going to be a little modest. I'm going to say 26 pounds and 26.95.
Good guess.
Could this be a sign? 24-1. Am I eligible for this? Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. 24.1. It's here. It's documented.
There goes all the cheese.
There goes all the cheese.
Right?
Yeah, but Dusan, my hat's off to all the hard work that you put in. A lot of the stuff you guys don't see. Our phone calls at midnight and 1 a.m. and sitting in this on this stage until 3 o'clock in the morning. You've done a phenomenal job.
It was well worth it, man.
I can't wait to work with you again, and thank you.
We're in this.
Thanks, my guy.
All right, guys.
There you go, my guy. I'll give you that. All right, now get back to work, Dusan. Get back to work. Love that guy. Love that guy. Yeah. Love the name.
Very hard-working guy.
Love
and you know he's all over. He's all over with the OBN, and that guy's in. He's got his hands in the game. For sure.
My goodness.
Look at you.
Listen, guys.
You were tongue-tied because you were hungry. That's what it is.
I'm gonna place one here, and I'm going to place one here. Like I said, this is a nonchalant. Like we're watching fishing, and we're eating pizza.
Right.
I think this is. I just saw the talon. Yeah. This could be the Lund. There's potential there. I wonder if we can get Sean Quinn on.
Dinner bell's ringing, guys.
Mm-hmm. Game on. We're going to enjoy some of this pizza and potentially go to Ron. I think he's at his next destination. It looks like, no, he's not there yet, but Ron on the run.
You heard there's pizza. He's on his way back.
That's right.
Ron on the run. You know what? This is
bail him out. I think he's still in jail.
Yeah, this is not traditional, I guess, to sit around and eat pizza on a live. But
the guy's got to eat.
I got a stain on my pants.
Oh, looks like we got Matt.
I got a barbecue stain on my
Jacob
white
again.
T-shirt. She was killing me in that miniskirt, right? Anybody else? Anybody for karaoke?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me?
So actually, this video that we're looking at is from a little bit earlier today with Matt and Prosnik. It's wild to me.
Are you doing some boat work?
It looked like very dark and gloomy, and it looked like it was going to pour.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Not anymore.
What's in there, Moose? Like that's the rod locker, isn't it?
No, that's probably baits.
It's baits. Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit different of a setup from a walleye boat.
Yeah.
All these boats are set up differently, right?
And they can take a pounding, as we learned yesterday. These anglers were dealing with some incredible chop out there, especially out in the main lake. We had a few boats that needed some repair after some pre-fishing. But I would have to say the manufacturers of these boats should all take an applause of themselves, simply because these boats have held up, in the conditions that they've been faced. It's not been a great hand that they've all been dealt, but as the weekend goes on, Moose has just said, the weather's going to get much better, so the reward is on the horizon.
You know what else is on the horizon? Look at the crowds that are starting to come in.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Starting to pack up in the expo here, which is good to see. A lot of young kids and families. And
Absolutely. Tons of action happening at the Milwaukee tent there.
that's where I'd be.
Mark, tell us about your 4 Milwaukee blowers.
Well, I'm a contractor.
I'm kidding.
And it's funny enough that you said the butcher shop, because my first cube van was one of the butcher shop's old reefer vans.
No way.
Right? So I would drive up to a job to do work on people's houses, and it would say the butcher shop. So we ended up painting it white and everything, but yeah, it had the reefer on it, like all insulated and stuff like that. I had that van for 5-6 years. I ran out of that thing.
Margaret, who did you hire to do our windows?
Right?
It says the butcher on it.
We had people coming up to us asking if we were delivering meat and all that stuff. I said, we got to paint this thing. Right?
That's hilarious.
Right. No, I have quite a collection of Milwaukee M18 tools. I have it in the trailer for work, and I also have it at home, all my lawn gear and all that stuff. Weed whacker and pole saws and blowers. I got a double battery. I got a double battery blower made by Milwaukee that will change weather patterns.
I think that's hilarious. When I heard you say that yesterday, I'm like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that thing blows, man.
That's something else.
And if it's just a light snow, I don't get the shovel out.
No?
I get the blower out.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to you go.
Yeah.
Well, I get the four-wheeler out with the plow.
Likewise.
And I turn the key and it doesn't start.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I bought it from Mark Hunter.
Oh, no. I knew that was coming.
It works. This thing it's a beauty.
You stole it from Mark Hunter.
It's a beauty. I bought it from him, got it home. I was so pumped. I can now use this for my driveway. Started it once, used it once, it died. Next season, started it once, used it once, it died. I'm like, Mark, what's going on with this thing, bud?
User error.
Yes. And true enough, it was user error, but it's a beauty. It's a beauty. And I thank you every day for it, my friend.
You know what? I wish I had it back, really.
Well, no,
Living where I am now.
It's up for sale.
No. I know the history. I know the previous owner. Lady driven.
Too funny. Too funny.
Oh, wow.
I know we're veering off track here, but honestly, guys, if you are watching right now, let's hit the share button. Let's get this out to the masses. Yeah. The more people we have watching this, the more support we get, the bigger this event could be next year and the following year and the following year. Oh, there's a bee. Get away, bee. Oh, my God. I'm choking. I'm good, boys. I'm good. So let's hit the share button. Let's get this out there. And we want to know what your prediction for the biggest bag of the event is. Put it in the comments down below. We will be giving away a $250 prize pack. So don't be shy. Throw it in there. Even if you have no idea what it would be. Just take a guess. Take a quick guess. I'm seeing this on the left-hand side of our screen in front of us here. I'm seeing this live scope or the live view of Mercer's graph again. They're on a lot of fish.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
There was 10 or 15 there anyway. Jeez. And you get lost in it. As soon as the live scope comes up, you get lost in all of it, right? So what are you running?
Oh, look at that.
What type of boat are you running this?
I got a Triton.
Okay.
It's my first fiberglass boat.
Okay.
Me and Dan, we've been sharing a boat for 15 years, and first boat was a Tracker, Tournament V18. Great boat, loved it. We went to the fiberglass boat. Like we've been fishing some bigger bodies of water lately. Like my home lake is Lake Scugog. Like I talk about a lot on the podcast, and it might be a little bit overkill. But when we start fishing muskie and we're hitting Lake St. Clair, Lake Nipissing, I'll tell you, it's been a big difference for us. Running Panoptics is, live scope is, again, past 2 years has changed a lot of the way we've been fishing as well. And I'm not just talking bass, we're talking multi-species here, but it's been fun. It's been really fun. We're at an age now, like I going back, we were always in those tiller boats, renting boats all the time, and you go out there just because you're just pumped to get on the water. But we get a little bit older. Having a partner with a boat is always good because everything's cut in half. As long as that partner is, like I said, I know him my whole life, and we're good. We agree on things, spending money here and there. Putting a power pole in the back too was different. I feel like having spot lock is one thing, but if you can position yourself with those power poles, it changed the way we fish, and just with modern technology, man. So we're blessed. We got a great rig. It's a Triton Allure, 19 and a half foot, and it's beautiful. It gets us to the spot. I got those shockwave chairs, which are really cool.
Actually, there's a deeper
hull, bigger bodies of water, and for that musky fish on Lake St. Clair, I think the last 2 years we really appreciated it more.
For sure.
But again, it's funny you asked me that, because this morning when I was out handing out the sandwiches to everybody, and I'm watching everybody's boats come in, and I'm like, these boats are absolutely gorgeous, but I would die in November when you're on the mouth of Lake St. Clair and those white cat, and these guys did do it now. I mean, you're in big bodies of water here, but I just can't see myself, gunning full tilt. You seen the guys bouncing around like yo-yos today, but they love it, and I mean, I get it, and I didn't see one deep haul out there today at all.
There is one out there.
Is there? I must have missed it, because I thought to myself I would look like an absolute goof if I was in this tournament, because they would be looking at me like, what's
not
this guy
at all.
Where's your downrigger?
Dude, I remember I've been in bass tournaments like top bass in the old days where you'd go to Rice Lake and there'd be pontoon boats in the tournament.
Yeah.
We talked about this before. Absolutely.
And they come a long way too. Like, I've seen those pontoons that are rigged up just beautifully, and they're comfortable and lots of room and stuff, rod storage and stuff like that. But I see what these guys are running. I'm just like, it was like a show. It was like going to a car show, but the boat show for me this morning, watching some of these rigs come in, and the amount of rods I saw on people's decks, it was incredible. Yeah. And it's like, man, I'm way off from fishing against these guys, because it was incredible. But and the amount of dough, like amount of money, and the amount of time these guys put in. I appreciate it a lot. Look at that.
Look at that, man. Oh.
And how long do you sit there and work on that fish? Most people think, oh, there's the fish, I'll cast to it, I'll catch it. No. Sometimes you got to work on these fish. You have to annoy them to the point where, there it is, it comes. Yeah. You annoy them, and they just get that reaction bite. And
now, have you guys got your live scopes dialed in that you could tell the size of fish roughly?
No.
No, not yet?
Not really.
Because there's a lot of folks that have had that ability, that they're now able to target fish that they know that are
species. Let's put it this way. Species could be an interesting one, but if they're the same size as my drop shot bait, I can tell the difference.
That's a dead giveaway, yeah.
Right? But it's deceiving. So the misconception, let's say you're looking at your screen, and depending on your distance out, whether you're 120 feet, 80 feet, 60 feet, that blip in the screen is going to change in size. Mm-hmm. The further you're out, the smaller. The closer you are, the bigger. And it varies. A lot of different things will vary, but once you figured out how big your bait is compared to the distance or the setting you have it on, I think you can hone it in on,
you can tell
approximation. Because let's face it, later on in the season you're going to catch one that's going to feel heavier, that's been eaten, and you don't know that. Oh, that's a 5. Well, it has the shape of a 4 or 3. Yeah. It varies, but you can dial it in a little bit for sure.
I've also been intrigued to see the actual shape of the fish that we're looking at right now. Smallies obviously have a unique shape. Walleye look like bowling pins, but it's interesting to see on live scope. Like, it's going to become detailed. Like, think about this technology 5-10 years down the road.
Yeah,
like you're going to be able to count the number of scales on the side of these fish at one point.
5-10 years, but there's some big things coming down the pipeline.
There you go.
3 years.
There you go.
Next year.
Is it next year or 3 years?
Next year, I believe.
Well, can't say much, but you're going to be baffled It's wild. It's wild with it.
I feel like even with ice fishing, how much it's it's changed. Like whitefish and stuff like that going in Simcoe. It's changed. Like this past year, it was my first time with the PS22, and it was. And again, they talked about that unit at ICAST, and all these guys were like, "This is going to change the ice fishing world, where you can actually, scope the area out, look out 100 feet, count your steps, and get there." Look at that. That's crazy. And it did. It really did. We had a pretty successful winter, but that was my first time in the ice. Yeah. Experiencing how amazing it is.
Back to what we were saying before was, how many times have you been on the ice? You've drilled 4, 5, 10, 100 holes. You're just in the wrong zone. Picture drilling one hole and scoping. Well, I'm not in the right zone. I'm going to move on. It limits that wasted time, and it really hones in on a good time on the water.
That last view that we saw, would you call that a target-rich environment? Holy smokes!
There's a lot there. So there you go. That's how you can determine the size. You've got 5 or 6 different sizes that you can reference. The size of your bait, the smaller blips, the larger blips. Now, if you were Mark Hunter, you just know, but we're all not that.
Not encyclopedias like
right.
Mark.
Oh, okay, now. Easy, Tigers.
Easy, Tigers. Hey, Garmin, let's give away some units next year. Just throwing it out there. Hey, shameless plugs, right? But,
well, the amount of airtime we're giving Warren here,
right? Well, he's running Lawrence on that, or not Warren. Sorry, or Warren works for Garmin.
Warren works for Garmin, Daiwa, Winchester.
That's right.
FXR.
Wow, busy man.
Right. That's
a couple huge brands.
Yeah. So Warren, you're a Garmin guy. Hook us up.
Right.
Let's do it. Again, it's very cool to see the where the technology is going. It's scary to see how far it's going to go. It really is. And keep an eye out, because I think over the next, he says a year, I thought it was 3, but over the next year, you're going to see some big announcements made.
That's incredible.
On some unbelievable technology. One I'm very excited about, but and I think that's going to drop in 2 years. But,
wow.
Man,
sharing secrets. I love it.
Yeah, start saving now, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Start saving now.
Just when I thought I was going to go get something on special, no, Moose, he's ruined it. I'm going to wait for the next one.
No. I think Ron is still locked up in jail. I'm not 100%.
Well, no, I think he's in the midst of purchasing a boat, but I think he's bit off way more than he could chew.
It looked like he was at the Titanic
right?
for 1 second. Where is this guy?
The Queen Mary's in town?
Oh, he's on the ferry now, or the boat now?
Yeah.
Ron on the run, guys. He's going to bring us all kinds of content from local businesses. Speaking of local businesses, have a look around the park. There's a bunch of vendors here selling a lot of goodies. The street festival, Kingston itself has a street festival happening, and
tomorrow, I think it is.
Tomorrow, yeah. We have a live band. Hillbilly Deluxe is going to be performing live right after the weigh-in on the main stage in Confederation Park. So it's definitely something you want to check out if you're out and about with the family going for a walk. Come by at 3 o'clock for the weigh-in. You'll get to see all the action. Once the weigh-in's done, the band will start. So we're here all 3 days. We got to get rid of these pizza
Hey, where are you
boxes.
going with that?
The production people are like, can y'all get rid of the pizzas? That's my prediction. That's my note.
I was trying to get rid of it, then you took it away.
We had to take a little bit of a break and eat. So
yeah.
Now that we've all eaten, we all need naps.
That's right.
Yeah. Do you think fish are the same way? They eat once and then get lazy?
I hope not. Not for these guys, I hope.
It seems like all my fish must be eating all the time because they're lazy. They never want to eat my bait. They're just lazy fish.
So, Moose, just to touch on some of the vendors that are going to be down here at the expo that we have the pleasure right now of looking out and seeing their booths. Velocity brand jerseys. Paul Taylor's going to be down here. Sid Fish's Jigs with Tyler Russell is going to be down here this weekend. Limestone Lures. Jeff Dix is here now. Grandpa's Tackle Box. Mike Buns running a great booth. We got Pow Casting. We also have Lamour Outdoors. John's over here. He's got a great setup. And if you're looking for live scope or some interesting, I would say, accessories, for that certain person that loves their live scope. He's got some interesting stuff there at the booth. Choppy Water Bait Company, Scott Snyder's here. Cal Curdy, the laser guy. Cal's over in the corner. He's got quite a spotlight set up over there. That's quite a light. Natural Strike Flies, Gavin Donor's down here as well. He's got a lot of stuff if you're into hand-tied flies. Real North Tackle, Jeremy Lee's going to be down here. He's got a whole whack of stuff that he's bringing. So as I said, there's going to be some deals here. There's going to be some folks down here that are going to be willing to basically treat you to any kind of appetite that you have when it comes to tackle. My Bait Company's down here as well. Rob Young's over here in the corner, and MG Outdoors. Blaine, I think, was the first one to set up, and a big shout out to Blaine because he brought down some really unique release bags.
Yes, he did. So we're excited to use those. They're heavy duty. They've got mesh inserts. They're aerated. So a little bit about our weigh-in system. All our bags are going to be aerated. The fish don't have to travel far, which is a beautiful thing. But we've got aerated weigh-in bags. And they have these little tiny battery packs. There's a slit at the top. There's a battery pack that runs the aerator. Very sleek. You got to see them. You'll see them on the live. So thank you to those guys for donating the aerated bags.
And are these available to purchase, Moose?
They are available to purchase. So I believe it's MG Outdoors. Oh, you guys are passing pizzas around in front of me again. I see how it is. I see how it is. Oh man, I'm gonna take this quick commercial break. No, I'm kidding. We're not gonna take a quick commercial break. I am gonna mention that our partners from Milwaukee they're also set up in the park, and I think they've got almost every tool that they make out on display. So if you want to test it out, play with it, feel the weight. These guys are very knowledgeable. They know exactly how the product is made, built, and used. Come on down and play with some of the Milwaukee tools. I'm staring at something right now that I cannot wait. Can't wait. I'm going to go buy one. I don't have one. I have almost everything else except for this one
spy
piece.
with my little eye.
What do you think it is?
Fishing lessons.
Yeah. And this is why I love Mark Hunter. Absolutely. I have signed you and me up for fishing lessons. Hey, I'll tell you something interesting. So before I got really involved with fishing tournaments, you know who the first person who agreed to take me out on a fishing tournament was? Mark Hunter.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. That was a great story.
You forgot about
that. We were at Golden Beach. I remember. So we're at Golden Beach, and Andy comes up to me and goes, Moose wants to go fishing tomorrow. I said, okay. Well, I didn't plan out. We were just helping around the
I didn't have a boat, nothing.
Didn't have a boat. I said, okay, let's do it. Let's sign up for day 2, right? So we sign up for day 2. I go get Moose. He's got a tackle box, like an old school plastic tackle box, and like, I don't know, 2 or 3 rods, right? I said, okay, all right.
It was a big tackle box. Okay. I didn't have a boat. I had no storage, nothing.
Right, so
giant. Yeah.
Typical tournament day, it was windy, right? So we're on the other side from Golden Beach. We're on the Hiawatha side, and then we decide to blast off, right? Go to the other side. Well, he leaves his tackle box on the back deck.
Oh, no.
Guess what?
No.
Gone.
His prized grandpa's tackle box. It just goes flying off the back deck. So
I look at Mark and I'm like,
he goes,
my tackle box. And there's like just stuff afloat everywhere. And we start collecting things.
Trays floating in the.
I lost my lucky coin that day.
Yeah, you lost
Bob
your
Izumi. Bob Izumi gave me this coin way back in the day, and I kept it in my tackle box. And I called it my lucky coin.
Wow.
Right? And then I got to know Bob, and Bob's like, I got so many of those coins at home. He's like, they're not lucky at all. I'll just give you one. I was like, Bob, it was a sentimental thing, man. We met years ago, and anyway, but yeah,
wasn't lucky that day.
Now, how often have you guys fished since that event?
Lots.
I'm never fishing with that guy again.
That was a good time.
Oh, that was fun.
I still go to the same spot he took me to every time, just because it reminds me of Mark.
Yep.
There's one tree sticking out of the water, and Mark picks up his dinger and he says, Moose, there's always a fish on the tree. And I'm thinking, okay, bud. I'm sure there is. You said that about all the other spots we went to.
Oh, come on.
True enough. That every time I catch a fish on that tree sticking out of the water, I think, thanks, Mark Hunter.
You're welcome.
You brought up a name too that of course, anybody who knows fishing knows Bob Izumi. You know, as a kid growing up, I think we all sort of wanted to emulate and be Bob Izumi.
Yep.
Whether we were standing on a dock or in the gunnels of a boat. The fact that we have the luxury of speaking with this man and he's fishing this tournament, like, if you had told me 50 years ago that was going to happen, I would have said you were using a little bit too much of your product.
Bob likes tournaments more than TV. And he said that to me the other day. He says, Moose, I'm sick and tired of talking about television.
Really?
He says, you know my tournament history. Yeah. He's like, I don't want to talk about television. Ask me about my tournaments. I said, no problem. No problem. And he's a legend. When he just won out here last week, didn't he? Didn't he win last week in Trenton, I think it was? Him and Darren. So he's fishing with his son, Darren. And Bob is he's addicted to tournament fishing. Absolutely addicted. And it just goes to show you, regardless of age, this sport will get a hold of you and just pull you in deeper and deeper and deeper.
Well, you asked me that question earlier, Moose, what got me into fishing. And I mentioned that it was watching guys on TV because I wasn't lucky enough to have, my father wasn't into fishing. We're Italian immigrants, we come here, and my whole family, they're all into construction and hairdressing. Like they all come from the hair industry.
They got the union jobs.
It's like mafia, you know what I mean? Hairdressers and construction workers making concrete. Us and the Portuguese. And I'm the only one that wanted to go fishing because I'm watching Bob Izumi smash fish, and you got the boys from Fishing Canada, all the guys, and JP DeRose and all these guys fishing, and I'm just like, I'm going fishing to Credit River, Mississauga. And again, it's because of guys like Bob that I actually got into fishing. And it's incredible. I remember for Christmas asking my dad for, fishing gear. And I was really young. And to get that vest, from Canadian Tire and putting that vest on, now I got to load the pockets with flies. Now my dad's like, okay, relax. and it's like, and then you watch every Saturday morning. So, speaking of Bob, it's a huge reason why I became fishing.
That's how a lot of us start off, right? On the riverbanks, on the shores. One of the episodes you just filmed recently. I remember calling you because no word of a lie, guys. We've all heard this name before, and we've all heard him, talk about fishing and talk about partners and sponsors and lakes and locations. I think the nice part about this specific person, and I'm going to break it down for you in a second, was you broke him down as a character. You made me fall in love with him again. How you do that in an interview when you're on the water with this guy blows my mind because he loves talking about fishing. And you broke it down. You broke him down, and he was talking about himself. He was talking about the experiences, how he got into it, why he got into it, and. One of the best podcasts that I've come across in a very long time, and I'm not bullshitting you. I messaged you and I said, dude, that was like a breath of fresh air for me. Because it reignited my love for, podcasts. You hear them every day, and it's always like, okay, another podcast. But it wasn't until we got together, I started to enjoy what you guys were talking about. I started to enjoy the people you were interviewing. And Italo come on, and I'm telling you, we've all heard Italo speak 100 times. He's a gem of a human being. The way you and Italo communicated in the boat that day, broke down fishing, broke down, your experiences, how the two of you connected was a very cool story. So, guys, I highly recommend going to Spotify and checking it out. I enjoyed it, and I'm telling you, you will 100% enjoy it. And I think that's what the beauty of part of the Eating Wild podcast is. It's not just talking about what we're seeing on the screen. You're breaking down the characters, and we're getting to truly understand who you are.
I think the most important thing is when you're speaking to legends, because to me he's a legend. And again, the connection with his daughter doing my tattoos, it goes way back. You got to listen to the podcast, but also the passion for family, food, fishing, the water, the outdoors. His love for the outdoors is unmatched. And I'm not even talking about fishing or hunting or anything like that. I'm talking about gardening, talking about growing vegetables. This guy's passion is beyond. So I highly recommend listening to that interview because I was nervous as hell. Because again, I grew up watching this guy. These are the guys are the reason why I started fishing. My father wasn't really into fishing, but then taking guys out of their element. Listen, you can sit down next to Bob Izumi, and like you said, he doesn't want to talk about his TV career anymore. He wants to talk about him and his son going out on the water and competing for 50 G's. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, take him out of that whole spotlight of where he's been for his whole career and ask him, how do you cook a steak? Think of that.
And he's a foodie. He's a foodie. Bob's a foodie.
Absolutely. I want to know how I want to know if he eats his steak medium rare or well done. Because if it's well done, I'm walking off the interview. I'm walking.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm walking.
He took us during ICAST 1 year. He took us to a steakhouse. Your jaw would hit the floor.
I believe it.
I am telling you, there's a spot in Florida. I'm going to ask him about it, actually. Hopefully he makes the top 20 on Sunday, but if he doesn't, I'm going to bring him on here. I want to know, I can't remember the name of it, but dude, from the appetizers to the steaks, and you think of steaks. No. Unreal. Bob's a serious foodie.
He is a foodie.
Wayne's a foodie as well. Wayne's a big-time angler as well, and he fishes a lot with his brother Wayne. And
Bob has a cookbook.
Yeah. I asked him. I said, he probably won't even remember this conversation, but I said, the biggest question I get on with our socials is, how do you cook your walleye? How many millions of times do you got to answer that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you cook your walleye? So, I see Bob at the Spring Fishing and Boat Show, and I said to him, how do you cook your walleye? I got to know. And he's like, come on. I probably had to answer that a million times, but he just will dive right into it. He tells you about the spices, the temperatures, what oil he's using. Think about it. That guy's eating walleye probably a million different ways. But to actually hear what his favorite was, and it was so simple, and it's incredible. And we could talk about spices, we could talk about rubs and, the oil. But I'll tell you right now, the basic, simplest way is the biggest answer I get from talking to these guys out there. And guys like yourself, Moose, we're professional eaters here. We just proved that. We just took down 2 pies in 7 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, those pies didn't stand a chance with us, but I'm sure you cook your fish differently. You remember your brother's party that you hired me to cook for, which was awesome, by the way. It was a great... And you said you actually made the menu, but you told me how you wanted me to cook it. I've never had a client tell me that they want, tuna tartare, but I want these. I want it to taste like this. You told me, you're like, you make it kind of Asian-y, but not Asian-y. I want it, more like Hawaiian style.
I'm a foodie.
Hawaiian style. You're a huge foodie, right?
But that goes back to growing up in a kitchen, like we were talking about. When you understand food, textures, flavors, eyes, at the end of the day, your eyes eat first. So if the food looks good, it's going to taste better. We're going to get back to that because I know where that's going, and I want to get back to that. I've got some voices in my headset. Are we going to Brent and Joe right now? Brent and Joe. It looks like they're enjoying the waters. We do have some interviews that were shot. We're going to go to those interviews so the boys can go and use the bathroom. Let's roll to these interviews. I think it's with Ron. Ron, what's up?
Okay, guys, we hooked up with one of the U.S. teams, a couple of elite guys, Jacob Prosnik, and everybody knows Matty Robertson. Congratulations, my friend. New baby boy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Good looking as usual. You wouldn't expect nothing less out of me. But we're here on business now. Me and my boy, Jay Al, are come up here to steal. So we're tired of Chris and Corey taking our money, so we come up here to take theirs.
Right. What's it like fishing with this guy, buddy?
Well, I've only got to do it for about 4 hours on the first day of practice when we were out there. It was so rough and all, but just being able to fish with him, we're going to have a great time. We're doing this, mostly just for bragging rights against Chris and Corey, and just because we get to fish against them all year. And, it's a fun deal. We never get to really relax and just go have a good time and go bass fishing. And what a better place to do it than Thousand Islands up here at Kingston. It's smallmouth from one end to the other, and you never know what you're going to run into.
You're coming off a good smallmouth tournament in St. Clair and top 10, great event. You guys, you're looking forward to the smallies. You guys love fishing up here, right?
Oh, yeah. Me and Prosnik's been fishing up here for a pretty good while. And whenever you see us on smallmouth fisheries, you see both of us usually doing pretty well. So we're going to be able to combine that magic and make something happen this week.
I'm surprised because I know you'd like the big stick, get into that, because there's big largies here. There's no question about it.
Oh, don't worry. I found us a little wad if we need to go run to them.
He really did.
I kind of figured if anybody would figure them out, Prosnik would figure them out. And you love that big stick. You love getting in there. And I know big ones live here. So,
yeah, I just, the thing is, if you needed one or something, one or two of them, and if you had a great big bag of, 3 big smallmouth and it got rough or something, and we had to go in there and catch a 4 or 5 pounder, I think you could do that. But for the most part, you want to catch smallmouth. I mean, when God made those, he knew exactly what he was making.
Well, there your guy goes. You don't want to miss the weigh-in. I'll tell you right now, these guys are going to weigh a big sack. I just know it.
Another thing, if you want to watch, tune into Matt Robertson's Facebook Live tomorrow. We're going to be going live all day during the tournament, so you'll get to watch us run around, see what we're doing, laugh.
Matt Robertson YouTube?
Yeah, on them fishing on YouTube, and tune in, and you get to see us lay the smack down. I done told anybody fishing, if you want to watch get your butt kicked, just get on there, watch, and you can just enjoy the show, getting your butt kicked and fishing.
I love it. So now we got 2 lives to look at. Watch these guys in the tournament, man. They're going to do well. Good luck, guys. Stay safe out there, eh? Okay, we've got the first and probably the only father and daughter team in this event, correct?
It might be. I haven't looked at the list, but it might be. Yeah.
You know what? Okay, I got to ask you, how was the pre-fishing?
Dicey, sporty, good and bad, hot and cold.
I seen you on social. I seen you catch a few big uns. Don't lie.
I did.
Yeah. Was it in the river or out in the lake? You don't have to tell me, but water. There you go.
Yes.
Right? So you need 5 big uns, right? What do you think is going to be the cut? I'm just throwing it up.
Oh, man. We haven't thought about it. I'll be shocked if it's under 62 pounds.
So for 2 days, I think myself, 25 a day.
I'm thinking.
You're thinking the tournament.
There's been so many tournaments out here, Ron. I've just got it ingrained in my head. It's 3 days to qualify. It's only 2 days. I'll recant that, and let's go back to 42 and a half pounds will be the cut, I'm sure.
You think so? Yeah. That's 21, 22 a day. Is it fishing that tough, you think? Like, I know, a cutoff tournament here is into 25s, 24s. That's like a good sack, right?
Yeah, for sure. I could be way underplaying it now. There's a lot of educated fish out there. And to be honest with you, I think we're really in luck for this event. I think the winds are going to lay off. Guys are going to be able to move around. The tricky thing is a lot of guys will be fishing blind out there. It's a stacked field. There's some hammers in this thing that are so familiar with here. They could catch them with their eyes closed sort of thing. But they could go to a place that just ain't on fire. They could start scrambling. It's an easy place. Everything is far.
You could go into one area, correct? And you never know, right?
Never know.
Just takes 5 bites a day.
Only 5.
But they got to be 5 pounders.
They do. That's for sure. If you're looking at the W, yeah. I'm not even sure a 5 pound average will be enough.
Well, there you go, folks. You're going to see some giant fish in this event. Watch out for these two because they're hammers. Don't kid yourself. I honestly believe that they're going to weigh 25 plus a day. Stick around Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and watch the event. Thanks, guys. Evan Kong just coming off a great series in the Elite Series. Good year. Fantastic year. You're top 10 in the rookies. How do you feel about that?
It was all right. I wish I could have made it in the classic cut, but I was just a little bit short. We'll get it next year.
Well, that's a good thing you get to stay on the Elites next year. But a lot of your friends got the boot this year, and that's not a good thing. But next year you've got another shot at it. What do you think of this tournament? You've been out pre-fishing?
Pre-fished a little bit, not too much. It was a little windy. There's a lot of people out there, so I didn't check too much stuff. So we're just going to go winging in the tournament and see what happens.
So just to throw it out there, what do you think projected cut? 3-day tournament, 2-day, the top 10 finish or top 20 finish on Sunday?
Probably 23 and a half a day to make the top 20.
You're pretty well close. Well, good luck out there. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck next year on the Elites, eh? It's been a long time, my friend. One of my good friends, Mr. Danny Dunn, fishing this event.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
An icon in the Canadian bass fishing industry by far. Very well known.
I was thinking this morning, this is my 37th year.
That's
37.
crazy.
I'm like, okay. 30.
Did you get out pre-fish?
I did. Actually, I kind of pre-fished before the cutoff. I was here earlier in the year, which was good. But yeah, I got out here, was out here Monday, rocking and rolling in 7-8 foot waves. Again, all week, kind of mix it up between the river and the lake to kind of get a feel for things. So yeah.
She was bumpy out there the last couple of days. It's supposed to calm down. Your strategy is to go to the lake?
Absolutely. Going to go to the lake. Actually, and where we're going to fish was based on not only our pre-fish, but how the wind is going to be moving around. We want to maximize our amount of fishing time rather than our driving time. Some of the best fish we found are an hour and a half away, but in that wind, it'll take 2.5 hours to get there.
And that's the key when you're fishing big water like this. Sometimes the guys that make the big run, they only got 2 hours of fishing, so they better get the bites.
I think the way the wind in our practice has been and what we're going to be doing, we're actually going to be fishing some areas a little bit closer to maximize our fishing time. Less fish, but I think it'll give us more time to fish.
You know what? All the best to you, my friend. It's nice seeing you again, buddy.
Thanks for being here. It's great. Thanks to Kingston and everybody.
Good luck to you, buddy. Good luck to you.
Our city is your city. Come share it with us.
Definitely your city as well. We are back. We're in the final stretch, the final home stretch. You won't have to put up with me anymore. I keep staring at the screen when I should be staring at the camera. We've got 30 minutes left, boys. Before we get to the last 30 minutes, again, it's going to sound repetitive. I do apologize, but I'd like everybody out there in Facebook land and YouTube land and internet land, everybody on the line, to hit the like and share button, please. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And you want to comment because we are going to be giving away a $250 prize pack to the one person that predicts the exact weight of the biggest bag of the event. And what event are you thinking about? We're thinking about the CISA Kingston Open here in Confederation Park, brought to you by Milwaukee, with partners like Yeti, BKK, Tourism Kingston, Eating Wild, Livingston, John Deere, Canada Bass.
What about the drinks?
Oh boy, here we go. Mass Plus by Messi. If you haven't had a chance to check those out yet, Mass Plus by Messi. They are a rehydration style drink. They're not an energy drink. It's a rehydration drink. So make sure they're cold, because they're best cold, and rehydrate with one of the best football players. And I say football because it's not soccer. The best football players in the world. You want to talk soccer? You want to talk football? Where's Lou when you need him?
Oh, top dog, yeah. You mean Cristiano Lou?
Cristiano Lou.
You think by the end of this we're gonna have nicknames?
I think we should start the whole nickname thing. You know what? Everybody watching out there right now, let's throw some nicknames out for Scotty.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
Let's throw some nicknames out for Mark.
Be kind.
Let's throw some nicknames out for Smash Maleka.
Let's go.
All right, so Antonio, Scotty, Mark, we have 30 minutes left. The guys are out fishing. The beautiful part is we know they're catching fish.
That's right.
The difficult part is now that the winds have calmed down, these guys are going further out. The closer it gets to weigh in, they're going further out. So we're losing cell receptions with a lot of cameras. 30 minutes out, you want to catch a big fish. You know the big fish are on the outside, far away, the ducks and here, there, and everywhere. What do, Mark?
That's a long run. It's a commitment to go out to the ducks. The ducks it's a series of islands that are, I think, like 13 miles out from Bath. So it's
13.
Yeah. So you got to pick your days to go there. The fishing is phenomenal, but you need those when you can't see shore around you. It gets kind of intimidating. So you really got to pick your days and keep an eye on the wind.
Some signals kind of come back through. Some of these signals are choppy; they're cutting in and out. But we'll try to bring you as much as possible.
I could honestly say being out the ducks, and you would know this. Ed McKenzie's taken us out there many times. I have to say, I think I've only caught the one bass, but the walleye fishing out there is phenomenal.
Really, I never thought to go out there for walleye.
Goodness.
Really,
Ed McKenzie from oh my goodness, what's the name of
Jason I's Charter.
Jason I's Charter. A gem of a human being years ago. I think we had just met. It was the year we met. We go out with this guy, and he says, "So I'm going to put you guys on some giant walleye." Okay. We get there. Not only are we catching giant walleye, but we're also catching giant smallies.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, can we just stop and fish smallies? And he let us just stop and fish smallies.
Yeah.
We get back to trolling, he says, no, let's just fish a couple of smallies. But no, incredible day. But yeah, the ducks have walleye.
On and off the ice too. Like he's a really good ice fisherman as well. Yeah. He's got that dialed in pretty good.
Phenomenal. So you would make the run this point in the day. The waters of the waters are starting to calm down. Would you make that run? Would you take that chance?
If I needed it, I think so.
You don't think you can catch that in the river? Because these guys have proved it.
There's places that you can go that you don't have to go out that far.
Okay.
But if I was struggling, I think maybe I would go to the ducks.
Go to the ducks?
Yeah.
Is it one of those things where, if you don't have that bag, you just want to get numbers, maybe going into the river just to get numbers, just so you can get to Sunday? Maybe you're close enough. Maybe you're looking for that giant for that $500 BKK cash prize. Maybe you're just looking for that one big fish. I mean, for me, just in history fishing tournaments with my friends, it is always about let's get the box filled and then let's start upgrading.
Right.
So at this point, I think at the last part of this spot, 30 minutes to go, I think I'd make that run. If the water's
30 minutes to go in the live. Sorry.
In the live. So in the live.
3 o'clock is the way in.
Yeah, but I meant, coming towards the end, I think I would definitely make that run. And if the water is the way it is from what I'm looking at right now, I'm gone.
Really?
I don't know. It feels like the wind's picking up a little bit right now. Just sitting where we are.
You're right. The flags are now starting to fly, which they weren't about an hour ago.
Just now. So, okay. What is it going to take, average, day 1, day 2, day 3?
25 a day.
25-pound average.
Yeah. Wow.
And 25 a day gets you to Sunday?
Oh, no, 20. To win it, I would think.
25 to win it.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
The cut is going to be 67 pounds.
Oof. So the cut, in order to make day 3.
Wow.
67 pounds.
No?
Oh, overall?
Overall for 3 days. Oh, sorry,
so
the cut. Sorry, 2 days?
For 2 days. I was going to say 60-something.
I was
67.
And I don't know anything about that.
Okay, yeah.
The 2 day cut for the top
3
20.
days. Cut is going to be 47. I'll keep with the 7.
Okay. 47. What do you think?
Those are big bags. I mean, we talked about what we thought our big bag of the day was going to be.
Yeah.
So if we're thinking 30, I think Mark's, I would say in around that. I mean, I'm not a pro at this. This is just me guessing. But, I think you need between 22 and 26 maybe to make the cut. But from what we've been watching, boys, and there's only 6 cameras, you said, there's some big fish being caught, man. So it's hard. It's a very hard prediction.
Scotty?
I have to say around the 45-pound mark would be the cutoff. But, yeah, I mean, based on what we're seeing, I really don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing the weigh-ins strictly because, as he's mentioned, there's only so many cameras on these boats. And if these guys are doing this well, can you imagine what the Johnsons are doing? Can you imagine what Cooper's doing?
Right.
Like,
Evan. Well, you got Evan. You got Luzak. Right. Just brought to my attention. 32 pounds was the record, right? 32 pounds.
31. That was on an MLF tournament. Right. So their biggest one-day single, I think it was 31.5 or 31.6.
The record out here being 32 and change.
Yeah.
Do you think that record could be broken?
I think you got the sticks to do it. It's whether
is it the right time of year?
This was 2 weeks ago that he got this that he got this record.
Yep.
It was a weekend before last.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. So they're eating more, I would think now.
Luzak's a weapon, dude.
He is a weapon.
If you fished with him or next to him, he's a weapon. Like there's a handful of guys, and when they tell you they're dialed is one thing, but like tuned in, dialed. Like I've been next to Cooper, where I'm talking to his partner in the boat, and he's so dialed in on those fish. 10 minutes later, he turns around. Oh, Moose, you're here. Hey, what's up, bud? Like, wow, dude, I've been here for like 10 minutes filming you. Like, but these guys get dialed right in, and I think Luzak just has that. I've seen him on Balsam. I've seen him on Simcoe. I've seen him on this body of water. No, not only Luzak, but you've got all these other anglers that just they hone in. Is it the right time of year for 32 pounds?
You can't say that it isn't. But again, it's a testament to the talent that we have out here. If it's going to get done, it's going to get done by these guys.
I'm excited. Yep. I'm excited. I think if you get 32 pounds, that would be awesome. But I think the cut is going to be 25 a day.
25, yes. You're going a little bit lower than I am.
Well, 20.
No. You're a little higher. You're higher.
Yeah.
You're higher.
I think we're going to see a lot of really big bags. I think it's going to be really, really close.
20 teams are going to get 25 a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
Think about
I
that.
really do hope you're right.
Yeah.
Like, think about 25 pounds of bass.
I think it's going to be. I think today's going to surprise a lot of us. Like just from what we're seeing, what we've seen over the past 3 weeks, and how incredible this fishery is fishing. I don't see 25 a day being a far stretch. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm a horrible fisherman, so I don't know anything. But from what I'm watching, learning, and seeing, I think 25 a day could be that 50 pound mark.
I think tomorrow is going to be the day that will shock all of us. I mean, they were a little hesitant to get out there just because of the weather and what have you. They have been creeping a little bit further. I think tomorrow, to your point, Mark, I think the ducks are going to be target number one. There's going to be a few other areas they're going to specialize in as well, just because they're not going to have the threat of the water or the weather, and hopefully this wind completely dies.
I think
down.
it's turning in the afternoon tomorrow.
Is it?
So if they do go out in the morning, how long are they going to stay there? And when are they going to come back, and where are they going to go? I think it's Sunday that's going to be the interesting day, because Sunday, I believe it's a north wind, something like 7 or 8K winds from the north, which is going to be nothing. But as soon as you get past a certain point, is that breeze, that gust, going to play a factor, right? You never know.
But on a body of water this size, when you're out there, most definitely.
I'm a gambling man, boys. Yeah. I am a gambling man. So I'm going to say put your money where your mouth is.
All right.
We're going to go $20 ahead.
Okay.
Let's see who wins.
All right.
Done?
Let's put it on paper.
Okay, I thought he was going to let's put it online. I'm like, no,
47.
No. Oh, it's online.
It's online.
Yeah.
Send an e-transfer to Mark Hunter _.
That's right.
No, let's do it. Let's see it. I mean, we'll go back and watch the live, and we'll write it down and see who wins. $20 ahead.
Sure.
Agreed, capiche.
I'm in, buddy.
Hey, babe, can I borrow $20? Can you up my allowance this week?
What time do we have right now? Because
I have no idea.
We have a lot of work to do.
We got somebody's phone here.
Yeah.
12:49.
12:49.
10 to 1.
We've got 10 minutes left. Ron's been out all day. We've been at this all day. People are starting to pile into the park like crazy right now.
Yeah, no, it's good.
We still have a lot of things to go over. In the last 10 minutes, what do you guys want to cover? Do you want to cover product? Do you want to cover more of the anglers? What do you think? Were you watching out there right now on YouTube and Facebook? put in the comments, what is it that you guys want us to talk about? Is there any information that we might have missed for the day that you want to know more about? So throw it in the comments. What do you guys want to hear from us? What do you guys want to know?
Why don't we dig into the Milwaukee Pack Out bait breakdown box?
I couldn't wait till you said that. Let's do
Yeah?
Because not only are these being used for tools and on job sites, but a lot of us use these in our boats, and a lot of us use these for our tackle. I know I'm notorious for it because it's convenient. You know, you could take something like this and put it on your wall, label it, and then as I need them, I take them out and I put them in my pack out. And they're waterproof. Right, Mark?
They are, yeah. They got that plastic seal around them.
Right.
Perfect.
Yep. What do you got in your pack out of goodies?
This here.
Oh, boy.
Is a couple of the baits that I think most guys are going to be throwing today.
Okay.
I'd be recording this?
Just your simple swim bait. You know, this is just a swim bait, simple swim bait hook. The idea of this one is to throw it kind of past the fish a little bit and bring it back past them. Bring it into them. Life Scope really helps with this, right? But this is the one that I think they're going to be throwing the most.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
You see it?
You see it? You see it? Right there. Oh, look. It's already attracted a bass.
I do that.
Moose, we got one over here, buddy. We got one over here.
It's the BKK big fish. Oh, my God. On Mark's dinger.
And the Jamaica rig, you hear that talked about quite often. Oh, we got a fish here.
See? I called it.
Look at the bend in that rod. Wow. They didn't miss it.
That looks like Mercer and Jack again.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, he did get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she's flopping.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Those gunnels aren't that high in those boats,
Calm
man.
down.
You don't want those fish jumping around.
Oh! It goes back.
That's a
And there's
that's a good sight.
Brent and Joe. Now, you notice something between the two young guys and the two older guys? Brent and Joe are looking at the water. They're fishing what they know. They're sitting.
Right.
Whereas the other two boys, they're staring at their graphs. So is it... Oh, he's looking at his graphs. But they're on something, and they're fishing it, and then they just know that they're there. So we're just going to pick it apart. Whereas Mercer was staring at his screens, his partner staring at his screens.
So it looks like Joe's probably throwing a swim bait there. The way he's just a slow retrieve. Oh,
Fish
there we go.
on, Joe, attaboy. There you go. Brent, what a great net man. Sorry, Brent, that was a joke. It is. Come on. Interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see their grass too, to see what kind of.
Look at the clarity.
Yeah, because they're not very. But that could be 10, 12 feet of water on this body of water, right? Just because how clear it is.
Look at the clarity. Look how active the fish are. Very agile.
Is that a butterfly net he's got?
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, he's
gonna
lose that fish.
Oh boy.
Might be a scrap on the boat, boys.
Uh-oh.
There he goes. Get in.
Oh, jam it.
My
jam it.
Wow. Like shoveling snow.
Oh,
Right?
man, yeah.
We'll see if we can see Joe's bait here, but I'm guessing he's throwing a swim bait.
Is it going back? It's going back.
No.
Oh.
No, it's not.
It's
Uh-oh.
It's a walk to the back.
I don't know, boys. That looked a little small compared to what we just saw. Could the Joe be in trouble? Oh, I thought he was dipping the net in the live well. Love you guys. I'm glad you guys are out there having fun catching fish. Somebody's running. Somebody's running back this way, actually. That's my boat, I believe.
That is your boat.
That is my boat. That's the Lund. That is, we call her Unsinkable 2.
Unsinkable 2.
That's
because you've tried really hard.
That's Unsinkable 2. Unsinkable 1 wasn't a Lund, and it sank. So that was years and years and years ago. Here's a good one. This is a good. We should come up with a prize for this one, or at least I'm going to name Mark's boat. Have you named your boat yet?
Yes.
Oh, Have you named your boat yet?
Absolutely.
Have you named your boat?
No, it's still a figment of my imagination.
Oh, I thought you still had the crest line.
Shore. We call this boat Shore.
yeah, exactly.
No, I run a Ranger Z21.
Oh, look
So I call my boat the Jolly Ranger.
Nice.
The Jolly Ranger.
That's the one.
All right.
And it actually came with that name. I bought it off of Kerry Kluche.
Okay.
He's a hammer in himself, and he called it and it's a very, very unlucky to rename a boat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, like worse than bananas.
Come on.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's true.
What about you? What's the name of the boat?
Me and Dan call ours the Tritone.
That's right,
We had to make it sound European. Portuguese and Italian, the Tritone.
Smells like spaghetti sauce.
Exactly. The Tritone.
That's amazing.
He calls
what was
me
the
up.
name of the crest liner? What was the name of the crest liner?
You know what? I never had a name.
No?
No. Oh, I never came up with one.
And did you come up with the name, or did he?
No, I'm still laughing because he just came up with it one day. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "When you get up to the cottage, can you check on the Tritone?" I said, "The what?" He said, the Tritone. I'm like, "The Triton?" Oh man, it's the Tritone.
Now, what did you christen that boat with? Champagne or Spadooch?
Chorizo.
Oh man, you know what? If you're watching, we want to know, what is the name of your boat? Or what should Scotty name his next boat?
Yeah, instead of the Dock.
The Dock. What are some of the best boat names you've come across?
Oh, The Other Woman.
Yeah?
I love that one.
Yeah.
The Other Woman.
Yeah, The Other Woman. Yeah, that's a good one. There's a couple of inappropriate ones we won't talk about.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, no, there's a lot out there.
Yeah, there
a
are.
lot out there. If you Google it, you get a whole a boatload, but literally a boatload.
I remember seeing a story about there was a boat in a marina, and this lady was going around filming all the names and complaining to the city.
Oh,
Because do you remember that? Because of what people named their boats.
I remember that.
Yeah. I think her name was Karen.
Oh yeah. There was there's the last one I saw. It just comes to mind. It was Not Your Boat.
Not your boat.
Yeah, with the K. The K. You know?
Not Your Boat. That was a good one.
That's good.
Yeah.
I
still think Unsinkable 2 is gonna live on forever. You know, being a Lund.
Let's hope so.
There she is again. What a beaut. You know, being a Lund. There's photos of the Lund with giant 18-inch holes in the side of 5 on each side. They bored holes in the side and they put it out on the water. She's not gonna sink.
It's like a Ranger.
It's unsinkable. Unsinkable.
And you've tried. Like, I do remember plugs going in the wrong holes.
We've all done that.
No, we've all done that. Yeah. But so we're on the French River. It's me, Scotty, and Jeff. We're on the French River. We're heading to our retreat. We do a gathering at Camp Macintosh. Yep. Jeff, throw the plug into the boat and let's pitter patter, baby. Let's get at her. So he throws the plug in. We back the boat up. We got all our gear, all our stuff. We're hosting 30 people out there.
Yeah.
Right. We end up coming. We end up going about 5 minutes down the river. All of a sudden, the boat's just not performing right. Jeff says, "Moose, my feet are wet."
My feet are wet.
I says, "What?" He says, "Where's all this water?" Because I went to go take out. "Where's all this water coming from?" He says, "Do you have a leak in the boat?" I said, "No, Jeff, I don't." "Why?" I look back, and he's got water to his ankles.
Oh my gosh.
And I looked at him, I was like, "We got a problem, senor. Like, did you put the plug in the boat?" He says, "Yeah." "I'm not new." So I'm in panic mode, turn the boat around. We managed to get back to the dock, right? Back to the boat launch. Yeah. At this point, I've got water to my knees. No word of a lie. And because we're up like this and the water's... So I run out, I get the trailer, I back it in, I get it on, we pull it out. And I look at the back, and I'm thinking, yeah, you put the plug in the hole, all right.
Yeah.
You put it in the wrong hole.
A live hole.
And I'm like, are you serious, bro? Like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. We sat there for like 45 minutes while the boat drained out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an
Good
experience.
times.
And
We've
then,
all done that.
Yeah, we got back out on the water. Got lost for 3.5 hours in a storm.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I'd never forget that day in my life.
GPS is your friend, man.
Wasn't that day.
Oh. No signal on the GPS. The graphs weren't working. I just bought it, the VHF radios or whatever.
Is that Brent and Joe again?
Brent and Joe again. Yeah. There we go. That was a nicer one, bud.
That water is clear.
Look how clear that
Look at
is.
that.
I'm curious to see how many feet of water they're in.
Yeah, I would love to see the graph there, but you can't really see it.
That's a nice one.
If he doesn't call that fish, then we got a big box over there. Oh boy,
it's a nice fish.
A hog.
Good job, boys. Good job. But yeah, so safety never takes a holiday. Always have your safety equipment on the boat. If you have a two-way radio that you can communicate with the Coast Guard and other emergency services, make sure it's not sitting on your desk at home. Make sure it's in the boat, charged and ready to go. Because
we don't have time for that story.
Yeah, man, it was something else.
There's a call.
There's a call, boy, Joe.
Going.
See ya.
You just throw out his tag.
Oh my goodness, guys, we are coming to that time. It is now 1 o'clock. We're about to sign off. Before I sign off here, make sure you guys tune in for the live. The weigh-in is going to happen 3 o'clock today, 3 o'clock tomorrow, and 3 o'clock on Sunday. We're going to do this all again mañana, starting at 6:45 in the morning. We're going to bring you the blast off. Then we're going to come back on for a live. We're going to bring you some guests, some folks to tell some stories and share some pizzas with. And I want to thank you guys for joining me today.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow you may not see my face. It may just be these two beauties, or maybe all three of them, but we are going to add one into the mix, Mr. Big Jim McLaughlin.
Yeah, baby.
Absolutely.
Big Jimmer.
Absolutely. So, boys, any last words before I do the sponsorship sign-offs?
This has been a lot of fun. I want to thank the three of you. I've really enjoyed myself. And as I said, for someone who does this on a regular, this has been a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. I can't even say anything that he just said. I mean, it's for me, it's so surreal sitting here with you guys, and to actually see this is incredible. And I'm just so happy to be here with you boys.
Yeah.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
I just want to say, come on down. You know, let's come watch it live.
Absolutely.
Live.
Live.
Right?
Double live.
And there's all kinds of vendors here that would love your support. Come check out the Milwaukee. We're giving out some drinks here, and there's some contests from Milwaukee. You can win a hat and a pack out. So come on down.
Come down.
It's going to be a beautiful day. Bring your ladies with you. There's a big festival downtown as well. All kinds of vendors there as well. So come join us.
Absolutely. There's a giant Yeti cooler full of Mass Plus to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Loads of vendors to come and visit. On behalf of Antonio, Scotty, Mark, and myself, Moose, we're going to sign off. Thank you very much for joining us on this beautiful afternoon. Make sure you tune in at 3 o'clock for the weigh-in to Yeti, BKK, City of Kingston, EW, Livingston, John Deere, Canada Bass, and BR2 Printing and Design. Thank you very much, Milwaukee. Love you. We'll see you guys at 3 o'clock. Make sure you like and share for the $250 prize pack giveaway. I'm done. Moose out.
Moose, drop the mic.
That's it. Drop the bait. Drop the bait.
is your city. Come share it with us.